Can you guys hear me? Good morning, well, good not morning, good afternoon. Hey guys. Hope you guys are well. Happy New Year. Again, hi guys. Let's get the likes up. You guys already know the drill. We're ready to debate the triumphs. We are ready to debate that. We are ready. Are we ready, chat? Are we ready? For the sexism, the homophobia, and everything else. Are we ready? Because you know they give it to us every day. Are we ready? Are you ready? I think I'm ready. If you're ready, type ready in chat. I think we're ready. All right, so type your ones and twos if you agree with the prompt. Type one in the chat, twos if you disagree. If you think trans women are women or you disagree that they're sexist, homophobic, and perpetuate rape culture, you can go ahead and request. We are just looking at the debates. All right, so let's wait for to get our ops up. Let me see. This Lauren Rockefeller lady is just so annoying.
Hello, Mr. Edna. I have come with some new arguments, and I just wanted to say that. Do you know Lily Tino?
I do know who Lily Tino is. Yes.
Have y'all talked before?
I've never spoken to him. No. Why is your camera on?
I didn't know if it was or wasn't supposed to be.
It doesn't need to be on. Go ahead and finish what you're saying.
I was just wondering if you had met him and saw that Clue video where he's dressed as, I believe it was Velma in Scooby Doo, and I think he shows his pee-pee. Did you see that video?
No.
Okay, I just didn't know if you saw that, and then you would think he had a large member, but it's actually small and veiny, and I believe there's spots on it. I just didn't know if you knew that or not.
I don't see what this has to do with my topic.
Well, because he has and he looked really good before, but he has a small wiener.
Okay, and
I just wanted you to be aware of that. If you thought he had a big one, it's small. That's why I said I come with some new information.
You said you came with an argument. Your argument is that
new information.
You said argument.
Oh, well, there's no argument that it's small. So you win today.
I'm not asking. I don't
you
care.
You won the battle, but I'll win the war, Edna. Good night.
What are you talking about? This woman is so unwell. I don't know what's going on with her. She requests all the time, and she makes no sense. She requests all the time. Last time she requested, and she had a stupid little cat on the screen. I don't know what's happening with her. I think she has an obsession with trans women. Also, can we clock that trans women, women who support the trans movement are the most male-centered women? The worst kind of male-centered women are the women who don't know that they're male-centered, right? It's a very weird thing. They think that they're supporting women all the while that they're supporting men who think that they are women. You don't see the irony? You're just a male-centered woman times two. Because now, not only are you centering males who want to colonize womanhood, you're doing it and you don't seem to realize it.
Nate, if you do get an op that's a woman, do you mind asking, if I'm not talking to her and you speak to her, can you ask her views on, I don't know if you heard about that man that was in the female locker room and he was, doing...
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to know what justification they will have for that.
I want to know as well. Look, okay, the usual justification is they're not trans. I got that today because we discussed it today on somebody else's panel. And the immediate response that we got was the person wasn't trans anymore. So this is the other thing too. It's like whenever trans identified males do something that's wrong, they're not trans anymore. They're like, it's just because apparently trans people are just absolved of all wrongdoing, according to them. So if a trans person does anything wrong, then they're not trans anymore. They just automatically exclude them. I don't really get it, but all right. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Can I get your age?
47.
47. Okay. Are trans women?
No.
Okay. Do you disagree with the prompt?
I just have a question. I just want to say something. I'm not going to be disrespectful. I always wanted to know this. Maybe you can answer it for me, maybe not. So, why do...
Ask the question.
If you let me...
Do I deport them? Can I deport them? Okay.
Let me hear the question.
Okay. So, I always want to know, why do they mimic women? Why can't they mimic no one else? Why can't they mimic, that's like something else besides a woman? I always just wanted to know that. Like, why do they have to...
Okay, I'm going to deport her myself. All right. Y'all, for the final time, We are looking for persons who disagree. All right, Betty's back in the comments again. She's in the guest request again. I don't know why she won't answer my question.
I'm trying to answer the question.
Well, you're not, because I asked you, do you think trans women are women?
No, I had caught in at the wrong time, so I didn't understand the whole thing. So I'm sorry about that. So no, I do not think that they are women because we are two different total people.
You don't need to explain why you don't think that they're women. If you don't think that they're women, then we agree. That's the point.
I don't agree. I don't think y'all women.
Who is y'all?
You LGBTQ or whatever how y'all want to say it. Transsexuals, gays. I don't want to be disrespectful. I'm trying to be respectful.
Like, there's someone else in the request. Do you want me to pick them up?
I think it's a friendly too. Watch.
Oh.
Hold on. Hello? See? It's a friendly. The request on... Oh, thank you, Courtney. Can I get up you, Courtney, and chat for the bodyguard? Thank you. I think they request on accident. Like, they keep requesting on accident, and that's the issue. Can I get your age, please? Hello? In mortuary?
Oh, hi.
Can I get your age?
I'm 18.
Okay. Do you think trans women are women?
I don't believe that they're women from the stance of like what biological women are, but I do.
Are they women in any capacity at all? Why can you never? Y'all can never answer this question directly. Are they women at all in any capacity?
Yes.
Okay. Explain to us in what capacity they are women. Christian, Envy, one of you can take this.
Go ahead, Envy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Some trans women do get the surgery, I feel like, and when they do, they've put enough effort into presenting it as a woman.
So would you say that a woman is just someone who puts in effort?
No, I believe a woman is someone who has feminine parts, and some trans women do get the surgery.
Right. So would you agree with me if I said to you, what I will say to you, that a woman is an adult human female?
Yes.
Okay. And do you understand that trans women are adult human males?
I'm sorry. I'm looking at my phone.
Sorry.
What was the question?
Would you agree that trans women are adult human males?
At birth, yes, but they do get surgery.
Right, but when they get the surgery, it doesn't change anything. They just invert their down bottom parts. So sex is immutable. You can't change your sex. So if you're born male, you're unalive male, and if you're born female, you're going to unalive female, because we're gonochoric species. Our sex is fixed for life. So unless you believe that you can change sex, is that what you think?
No, but I do believe you can present as a female if that's what you feel like you were at birth.
Okay, so
that's not what I came here to debate. I just wanted to talk about if they're sexist and homophobic, which I believe they are not.
Okay, well, I think if you were to so what makes a trans woman a woman? The fact that he does what? So what does a male have to do?
Get gender reaffirming surgery.
Right, all the way out. What's the threshold here? Is it cross-sex hormones? Is it bottom surgery? Is it facial feminizing surgery? What's the threshold up to at what point does a male become a woman?
When they get the parts.
Okay, they don't get the parts.
Okay, when they get the surgery that inverts. I don't want to talk about it because
well, you're basing your argument on that. So a castrated male is now a woman.
That's not necessarily what I'm basing my argument on. I'm just trying to debate the topic.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get to the point. I'm trying to find out. I'm trying to tell you how they are sexist, but I need to understand how you're defining it. So I need to know. So what makes a trans woman a woman? You're saying, what is it? Is it a feeling? Do they feel like women? Do they grow out their hair? Do they wear makeup? Do they wear high heels, dresses? Do they what? Or is it just the surgery?
The surgery for me personally.
So, okay, so any castrated male can now be a woman.
Any castrated male that identifies as a woman.
Okay, so what?
That's
right,
their
so-
gender identity.
Okay, so thank you. Right, now we're getting somewhere. So what is identifying as a woman? What separates a castrated male from a castrated male who identifies as a woman? What separates them? So what does it mean to identify? So you're not basing it
One
just
is a
on
transgender
surgery.
woman.
Huh?
One is a transgender woman.
Yeah, based on what? Because it's not based on the surgery, because there are other castrated males like eunuchs, right? They used to castrate themselves, but
Yeah,
they
but
didn't
eunuchs still
identify
identify
as a
as
woman. So
transgender
you can't
women.
you can't use the surgery. So and then you moved on to say their gender identity. They identify as a woman. So I want to talk about the identifying as a woman part, because we've just done the surgery part. So I want to know, what does it mean to identify as a woman? How do they identify as one?
They present as females.
By doing what? Getting the surgery?
And presenting feminine, yeah.
Right, so are there not other castrated males that can be feminine presenting?
I've never seen a
And
feminine
there's the
presenting eunuch, if
sexism,
that's
but
what you're asking.
okay, but that is the sexism. So you're equating femininity with women. So femininity equals woman. So if a male is feminine, then that's him identifying as a woman. Is it me or is it freezing, or I can't hear her?
It's not freezing. She doesn't have an answer. I'm gonna move on. Intolerant leftist, can we get your age?
Yeah, I'm 36.
Okay. Y'all know what to type in chat. We already know it's a chaser. Alright. Do you disagree with the prompt?
Yeah,
Why?
well, because it's simply not true.
Yeah, why isn't it true?
Because the prompt itself is simply just like your opinion.
That's not a response. Why is
No,
it wrong?
it is. It absolutely is.
Yeah, how is it wrong?
Well, in my opinion, they are not sexist or homophobic or in any means a proponent of great culture.
Okay. Do you know what sexism is?
I believe so.
Yeah, what is sexism? Go ahead and tell us.
Sexism is I believe it's the superiority of one sex over the other.
That's an example of sexism, not the definition. So you don't even know what sexism is, and you're saying that they're not sexist. So let me tell you what sexism is, because you don't know. Sexism refers to stereotyping, prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism on the basis of sex, especially towards women. That's what sexism is. Okay?
Well, it can also be on men as well.
That's why I said typically towards women, especially. That's what it says. I didn't say only towards women. It says especially. You don't know
No,
what
that's what
especially
you
means.
meant.
That's what I said. I said especially
No,
towards
that's what
women.
you meant, and that's fine.
I said especially towards women.
No,
Did I
that's
not
what
say
you
that?
meant.
I just said it. I just said
It's
especially
fine.
towards women. Now, as far as that is concerned, right? Trans women are perpetuating sexism because they use stereotypes associated with women to claim womanhood. They perform stereotypes associated with women and use that to claim womanhood. That's sexist.
And you don't?
No, because I'm not using any of those stereotypes to claim womanhood. I know
And
I'm a man.
you are.
When have I ever claimed to be a woman?
Well, you don't have to claim it, but deep down,
That's
you all
exactly
know
what
that you want to
that
be.
I don't want to be a woman.
Yes, you
No.
do.
You see how they start projecting, by the way, y'all? They start
No,
projecting.
you are
And what?
so deep in just your own actual self-hatred.
How is what I'm saying self-hate when I'm stating the truth?
Because every single day they could do this live.
And every single day you watch. So what are you?
I
A
don't
fan?
actually.
Then how do you know I'm live every single day if you're not watching?
Because I know you are.
How?
Are you not?
No, I'm asking. How do you know?
See, I'm right.
How do you know if you're not watching? How do you know I'm not
Edna,
live?
because of like your
How
own
do you know that I'm
actual
live?
self-hatred,
How did I know that I'm
you
live?
have to project
You see how
your
you just
own
keep saying
self-hatred on
how
the
am I
TikTok.
how am I self-hating? Explain to me how I'm self-hating. By stating that men cannot be women and they don't belong in
No,
women's
because
spaces
deep
and
down you are
addressing
trans.
and addressing the no, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, what makes you think so?
Well, because
Mm-hmm.
you protest way too much.
Oh, so a person okay, so if a person protests racism, they have internalized racism.
Well, I do
That's
because
the
I'm
logic.
white.
Oh, okay. Well, then you have another issue. But I'm asking if you protest, if I as a black person protest racism, I have internalized racism.
You cannot be.
I can't be racist as a black person.
No.
Okay, so if Christy, let me give you another example. If a straight person, I'm trying to give an example that would make sense. Why don't you think black people can be racist? Are you crazy?
No. Oh no. Actually, you can be a prejudice.
Prejudice on the
Absolutely.
basis of racism.
Yes.
Okay, so black people can be racist, right? So yet again, if I protest
Too
racism,
much.
do I have internalized racism?
No, you cannot. I can.
No, I can if I'm racist, but I'm not. That's the point. So just
Yeah,
because I
but you
protest,
can't be racist.
just because I protest against the trans movement doesn't mean I'm trans myself. That doesn't follow.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
And that's fine, Edna. Like, you can be trans now.
I'm not
Like,
trans
it's
though.
legal.
I know I can be, but I'm not.
It's not against the law.
I'm not. I don't care. I'm not trans. Do you see how they try to project their pain onto other
I'm not
people?
projecting.
I
Like,
want.
you're the one
I
who
want you
are-
all. I want y'all to understand how these
Edna,
people
like,
think.
you are
So
massively
if you don't
projecting
like,
this
if you
whole
don't like
thing.
the fact that men are violating women's spaces, then you're trans. That's what that means now. So I have to be okay with men violating women's boundaries. I have to be okay with men in women's spaces. I have to be okay with men claiming to be women. Otherwise, I'm one of the men who want to be women.
So-
That's the logic.
By your standpoint, isn't you trying to have this whole argument in itself extremely sexist?
No. How is
Because
the
if
argument
you think
sexist?
that an actual quote-unquote woman cannot advocate for herself,
There are two women on the panel. If I didn't think women could advocate for themselves, then why
and
do I
yet
have two of them up
you
here?
are the one who has to have the lie.
It's my life.
I was just
Because-
live.
It's because
I literally
you
just
believe
did stop.
She
that-
was just on her own. When did I
Edna,
ever
it's
say that?
fine.
When did I ever say that women
Alec,
could
you-
advocate for themselves?
Like, you don't view them as equals.
When
And
did I say
think
that?
that's
Do you see how
extremely
he's
sexist.
projected? Do y'all see the projection?
We don't
And,
view them
uh,
as women. That's the thing. You understand?
Christy,
nothing to do with being
you are
equal.
an Uncle Tom, and that's fine.
Oh, here we go.
Just calm down.
All right, you're a chaser. You're a DL.
It's okay. We're gonna move on. He doesn't have an argument. Riley, can I get your age?
Oh, hi, how are you? I'm 20.
Okay. Do you disagree with the prompt?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That's crazy as fuck.
Oh, it's not crazy. It's true. But all right, go ahead and tell
Well,
me why you
absolutely.
disagree.
I feel like the idea of categorizing a whole entire group of people as sexist, homophobic, and perpetuating rape is the
You
craziest
cannot-
fucking claim that.
You know that you can't say that word, and you said it right out loud to get the live taken down. You think I don't see what you're doing? It says great.
Is this a trans woman?
What do you think, Christy?
I think 10 out of 10.
What do you think? I mean, is grass green?
Yes.
Anyways, as I was saying, right? The prompt is true, and the prompt doesn't say all of them do that. Is not what it says. It just says that there are trans women out there that do. So
Okay,
the
how are
prompt-
you gonna let
the-
me not let me make a claim and then mute me, and then somebody can say that I'm trans
No,
when I can
I
see her neck
muted-
fat from a mile away?
I muted you because you said a word that you weren't supposed to say. So if you want to say the R word, you have to say grape. You can't say RAPE.
Okay,
It's for
sorry,
TikTok
I don't want to
terms
get
of
your
service.
I don't want to get your crazy ass prompt taken down. I won't say it again.
Sure you don't. So anyways, yeah, the prompt is true and it doesn't say all. Does it say all on the backdrop? Does it say all? Or does it say that there are trans women out there that do?
You said
Perpetuate
trans
sexism.
women are sexist, homophobic, and perpetuate grape culture.
Right. I'm not talking about all trans women. I'm talking about some and most in my experience. So some population.
Where are
and
the
most
statistics that
trans
there are?
women.
Where are the statistics that most trans people are sexist?
I just
homophobic?
said most of them are in my experience. I can't
That's
give you.
literally
I
what
can't.
that is what I
can't give
just
you.
asked you.
I
Where's the
can't give.
statistics?
I'm sorry. How am I supposed to give you a statistic on my personal
So
experience?
it's
Genius?
anecdotal. So it's
That's
anecdotal.
That's what my personal experience means, my nigga.
So how are you going to have a prompt that tries to discredit everyone has to try and dismantle your personal experiences when you don't even have any statistics? Do you
I'm
see
sorry.
how this
I
is
can
just
give
an
you.
unfair
I can give
setup
you.
to try and give an argument?
I can give you statistics on trans women violating women's boundaries or doing things to women. I'm sure I can get you that, or I can give you lots of examples. But yet again, this is my personal
You
experience.
haven't given me one example.
I think that okay, hold on, stop. If a person said to you, most men in their lives have assaulted them, right? Would you contend with that, or would you be like, okay, that's valid?
Can you repeat that one more time?
If a person said to you, most men in my life have assaulted me, for example, right? The men in my life have assaulted me, for example. Would you refuse them, or would you ask them for statistics on their personal view, or would you believe them?
Well, when they're saying most men in my life, it usually refers to people that are close to them. Do you have just a plethora of trans people close to you who are committing
on TikTok?
rape
Yeah,
culture?
because I discussed with them and
on
they
TikTok.
prove, and
on
they
TikTok,
prove,
you have
and they
a
prove,
huge group of trans people.
Yes, like
who
you,
are completely
like you.
What am I doing to you that is
like you
perpetuating great
No,
culture?
before we get no.
First of all, I'm not even
three,
trans, so I'm not sure exactly what that has to do with anything.
Well, what are you then?
I'm a biological woman.
Dummy.
Okay. Anyways, trans women are sexist, homophobic, and perpetuated. Let's address the sexism first. Do you think? But can you just be honest? Are you a trans woman?
I am not a transgender woman.
When I said trans women were sexist, you literally said, "What am I doing to you?" You said that you were trans.
You said that I was doing something to you. You said people
No, I
on
didn't. I didn't
TikTok
say
were
you
doing
specific.
something to you. To
No, I said trans.
perpetuate
I
a
said
sexist-
trans. I said trans women like you, and then you said, "What am I doing to you?" You didn't deny being trans when I said that. If you
I
weren't trans,
apologize that I have to try and dismantle
if you
every
weren't
ignorant
trans,
claim
if you
that
weren't
you've
trans,
said in less than
if
15
you weren't
seconds.
trans, if you weren't trans,
So
you
do you want to
wouldn't have
debate
said-
whether so you want to debate whether you think I'm trans or not because you don't
That's
have
not the-
you don't
that's
have
not
the
the de-
intellectual
that's not the
fortitude
debate.
to try and debate
That's-
my point how
that's
it is.
not- that's
but
not
you want
the
to
de-
try and say that I'm trans like that discredits something.
That's not
Can
the
you
debate.
can you
I was
make an
simply
actual
highlighting.
can you point to an actual statistic or any sort of data that you have to try and make the claim to well, how many people are in this right now? 750 people that you think that trans people are perpetuating grape culture?
Yeah,
Can
absolutely.
you point to any
Yeah,
statistic?
committees, Parliament UK, the Ministry of Justice released its 2024 data. We're going to wait for the 2026 to come out. And 74% of mentally ill men that claim they are women are in there for violent crimes, including child pornography, grape, and SA. Dummy.
You said that those are men.
I don't call mentally ill men who want to be women trans women. I'm trying to correct my language.
So you're telling me if I Google right now that 74% of
Ministry of
trans
Justice.
people who have been committed for
Yes,
a crime in
trans
the
offending
UK
rapes.
are saying
Trans-
that they have committed assault?
Type in trans offending rapes. And I'll tell you how they're sexist and homophobic and all that. Gender identity, the mere existence of gender identity is based upon sexism. So any trans woman out there, they're going to base it on gender identity, which is sexism, dummy.
But y'all not ready to hear that. So
Prat.
195 people that were
It doesn't,
transgender.
yeah, but per capita, they are 5 times more likely than a man, they're all men, to actually commit those crimes. So as the population increases and as time goes by, there is going to be more and more of them in there for that. That's why we're
So
doing it by a percentage.
I want to make sure I understand.
That's
your
why
claim.
we're doing it by
I want to make sure I
percentage.
understand your claim before I roast your ass. You're
You
saying
ain't roasting
you're
no ass, you
dummy.
dummy.
You're
You roasted off his
saying
penis.
I'm saying 74% of mentally ill
you're
men,
saying that trans
They're-
people are 5 times more likely
Yes.
to commit.
trans women, yes. In the UK, absolutely yes.
Per
Fucking
capita.
sellout.
says that whatsoever.
Per capita.
Bro, if you do it per capita, dummy, if you work out the numbers,
Why
and
don't you send me the link, dummy?
She just gave you the name
I
of
just
the.
fucking gave you. Work it
Just-
out. You
she just
crap,
gave
you
you.
sellout chick.
Wait, I'll put it up. Hold on.
What are we talking about?
Fucking
Which one?
dummy.
Watch how the new argument is that
Oh,
they aren't trans
Nate,
anymore.
can I ask it a question?
Ask it, of course.
Yeah. So what do you think about the trans, what you call them, trans woman, whatever that is, bashing off in Planet Fitness female locker room? What about that?
Well, I think that with any group of people, there are some lanes that are just not your own. I think that it is really unrealistic for a transgender woman who, and by the way, we don't know if they were actually transgender.
Why?
But let's say for the
Of
sake of your
course.
argument,
Of course.
let's
They
say-
are. Wait a minute. Wait, I have
why
a
don't
video.
you let me fucking finish?
Didn't I say
Let's
that?
just
But
say, for the sake
before
of
you
your
finish,
argument,
before
let's
you
just say
finish,
for the sake-
did I not say this? Did I not say
for the
Did
sake
I
of your
not?
argument?
Hold on.
did.
Did I not say from the
You did.
beginning that the moment we highlight a trans person doing something wrong, the transness just goes out the window?
The thing is, Nate, and this is my
I literally
question.
just said, let me say for the sake of your argument, we are assuming that this person is trans. And you didn't even let me finish.
No, you didn't say
people
that.
want to hear what you're filled with so much hate. You're just seething
And
at
you're
the
filled
mouth
with that
to
much
wait
delusion.
for try. No, you're filled with so much hate that you
No,
have to
I'm
wait
filled with
for
realness.
any sort of question or sentence that you think is going to
Oh
point
my
into
God.
the right way and try and
Can
leech
you-
onto
can you
it
tell me-
like I made an
right,
argument.
all right,
Why don't
Ryan,
you let me talk? You've been talking a lot.
Ryan, because you're
Why
gonna
don't you
let
let me
monologue.
say?
You're
Why don't you
monologuing.
let me finish what I
how
was
long is it
saying?
gonna take?
I'm responding to your point. I'm responding
Hurry
to your
up.
point.
Hurry up.
You literally just said, what do I think about the trans person that was inside of the Planet Fitness, right? I think that as a trans person, it is your personal responsibility to be able to understand that some spaces that you go into are not going to be meant for you at every single phase of your transition. If you are early inside of your transition, it is unrealistic to try and allow yourself to be perceived as a woman when you are going into spaces that are women for women. That's
Right,
what I
so-
think about that.
So are you saying that when a man...
See how I can have two different thoughts?
Shut up. When you
Don't
say
tell me to
that,
shut
I'm
up,
like,
bitch.
yeah, I fucking will, dickhead. Sell out, bitch.
I'm a sellout?
Yeah, sell out.
I'm not getting paid for this. That's a
I don't
stupid
give a
thing to
shit,
say.
bro. Then you're giving up your women's rights for free. Then
Okay, first of all,
Frick.
women's rights, the only women's rights that have been taken away within the last 2 years are
It's by
rights to
Donald
abortion
Trump.
and rights to safe
dummy.
practicing
Wait,
abortions in most
Wait,
states.
pause, hold on, pause. So if women have rights to abortions, which sex gets abortions?
What women get abortions? What
Wait,
are you
which
talking about?
sex? Which sex?
Females get abortions.
Ah, so women are female. Okay, so trans women are not women. Oh!
I wouldn't
it's
say that
only
trans
none
women
of
are
it.
not women.
Oh.
I would say that.
Okay, so female humans, so
Okay.
female humans get abortions. So it's women. So women are human female. So males are not women. Oh!
That's what they mean
Oh.
by women's healthcare. And when
Ah.
they say women's history, what sex
Okay.
are they talking about, Ryan?
Okay,
Right.
well,
Women's
is
history?
a lab made diamond not a diamond?
Is a what?
No,
Sorry?
it's
Is
not.
a lab made diamond not a diamond?
No.
No, that's why it's a quarter of the price. No, brother.
Dummy, Ryan.
Well, it's still considered a diamond.
No, it's not.
Yes,
no,
it
it's
is.
not. No, it's not.
Yeah,
No.
I'm sorry. Am I tripping? Is the word
You are.
diamond
Over
not
your-
the
over
definition?
your-
You trip, fell and broke an
Over
elbow.
your
You
I mean, is the
Am
word
Am
dog?
I
is the word
misunderstanding
dog?
something?
Is the word dog in
I
fucking hot
feel
dog?
like with how many people there are calling me a bitch, calling me to shut the fuck up on this
You
live,
called
we should
Envy a
have
bitch
more. We
first.
should
You
have
started
people who are
first.
more
you
liberal.
called Envy a bitch first when she told you to stop. She told you to
It's
shut
like
up, and you called her a bitch because she told you
It's
to
a
shut up.
5v1.
So it's not a 5v1. Oops, my phone keeps dropping.
It's a little ridiculous. You have
It's
to
not
admit.
do you know how to count? There's 3 people on the panel.
One,
of
two,
which
three,
is
four.
one of
Okay,
which
4
is
people. Sorry.
No, can you listen? One of the people on the panel is me. It's my account talking to you through a different device.
One,
It's
two,
2.
3, 4. Okay, so there's 3v1.
Oh, now you know how to fucking count. Great. So,
Okay, sorry,
like I
I
was
spent
saying,
my life on TikTok
like I
live.
was
I didn't
saying-
realize that the
Oh my
last
God.
person was you.
there's no argument for you haven't given an argument, right? You're just complaining about it being a 4v1.
You're
We
the
ha- we
person who
haven't
made the
spoken-
claim. You
we
have the
haven't-
responsibility to be able to show statistics. You made the fucking claim.
We just showed it.
One,
and
it
then-
was showed on the big screen for trans women and the offending rates. And I told you yet again that the sexism that I'm talking about, right, comes from trans women on a daily basis towards me on these kinds of during these kinds of conversations. So I don't need statistics to prove that. Okay. Now what we're gonna go ahead and do is I'm actually we're likely going to prove that you are sexist, and we're gonna ask you a question. You think trans women are women? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Tell the 780 odd people in here what a woman is. I want you all to listen carefully.
A woman is typically defined as an adult human female.
I didn't ask you what woman is typically defined as. I'm asking you for an all-encompassing definition of the word woman.
Okay, well, definitions are not always all-encompassing. So I told you that's my definition.
Are all trans women women?
Are all trans women women?
Mhm.
Is that what you just asked me? Even though I just answered your question?
Are all of them women?
Are all trans women women?
Uh-huh.
If you are somebody who is
It's a
identifying
yes
as a
or
trans
no
woman,
question. Are all trans women women?
I answered you like 5 fucking times at this point.
No,
Yes.
the first question was, are trans women women? I asked you for an all-encompassing definition. You said that there wasn't an all-encompassing definition. So I'm asking a follow-up question to clarify. Are all trans women women?
Yes.
Okay, so your definition has to include all trans women. Are all quote unquote cis women women?
Yes.
Then your definition must include all of them. So you need an all-encompassing definition because you're claiming that all of them are included. So give me a definition of the word woman now that includes
Didn't I
all
just say
women.
the word typically? I feel like I just said the word
Does typically include all? Dumbass.
Typically, usually means it. First of all, it's talking about a whole entire population of people. Typically describes an adult human.
Do y'all know what the word typically means? Because this young man or whatever it is doesn't know what the word typically means.
Okay, if you're gonna try and insult me, this is just a disingenuous conversation.
Typically doesn't include all. I asked you for an
listen,
all.
if you're gonna keep insulting me, I'm gonna go.
You're
okay?
insulting the entire life with your intelligence or lack thereof. Actually,
what does that even fucking mean?
So you're dumb. That's
But
what I'm
like-
saying. You're a dummy. Right?
Okay, that was a lot of different syllables that made no sense.
Anyways, can you answer
Fucking
the
moron.
question? You answer the question. You said that trans women are women, all of them are women, and all of the cis women are women as well. Tell me what a woman is in a way that includes all of them.
Typically, the definition of woman
All
refers
right,
to an adult human female.
Dummy. We're gonna move on.
But anyway,
Can I get your age, please?
18.
Right. What do you actually have an argument for the prompt or no?
Do I have an argument? Absolutely.
What's the argument then?
I mean, you're saying that trans women are sexist?
They are.
How so?
I just explained it. They think that womanhood is
I
about.
wasn't listening.
They
I
think.
just
Oh,
heard
I know
all
you. I know you don't. I know you don't
Yeah, 'cause it
listen
was
very well.
bullshit.
So let me.
Right, go
help you
ahead.
out.
Okay,
Right.
continue, sir.
Okay, so stop talking. Right. So they perpetuate sexism through claiming womanhood through stereotypes. They think womanhood is about stereotypes. They think that women are just social constructs. Any person who thinks women are just socially constructed performances is perpetuating sexism.
Okay, can you also talk me through the homophobic part?
Hold on. Envy, can you explain the homophobic part? I need to switch my
No, I asked
microphone.
you. I didn't ask nobody else.
I'm
I asked
trying
you.
to switch my microphone, you dumb fuck. Can you wait? Because my device is going to die. So, Envy, could you explain it to him for me, please?
I don't want to hear from him.
Stop talking. Go ahead, Envy. Or Christy, either which one of you.
Well, your mum didn't say that last night. She wanted
Hey,
to hear
young man,
from you,
please stop
bitch.
talking to me. Stop talking to me. Bitch.
Dummy.
Bitch.
You're
Look at
bitch.
how you look. Long
Look
nose
at how
ass
you
bitch. Stop
look,
talking
bro,
to me.
look at you,
Bitch.
my
You
guy.
look a
You're
motherfucking
fucking
mess with your big ass bitch. Then you got that shit all on top of your fucking head, bitch. Stop talking to me.
What a dickhead. Bitch boy.
I wouldn't mind if
I
Can
can't
you explain?
Dummy.
Can you explain
Dummy.
him? I don't want to hear from this bitch.
Fuck
This
you.
bitch looks like a man.
The same way your dad don't
Hey,
want to
young
hear
man,
from
stop
you, innit?
I don't want to play
So
with
look at you
your
projecting.
I want to play with your sword. I do
His
not
dad
want
don't
to
want to
play
hear from him, so now you don't want to hear from
Play
him.
with your sword. Sir.
I can't do it.
Play with your sword.
No, it's mom. It's mom.
Bitch, stop talking to me.
It's mom. Oh, why'd he leave?
And by the way, haven't they proven their sexism? You see how they speak to women when they don't get their way with them, by the way? Just want to clarify.
No,
that.
I just don't want that one talking to me.
Fuck off. Your
I said
mum
I
don't
don't
want you
mind
to talk
Christy.
to her.
Hey, excuse
Fuck
you.
off,
Shush.
bitch.
Shush.
Shut up.
Okay,
Shut
shush.
up.
Shush.
No, I ain't shushing
Christy,
for
would
no
you
one.
mind
No,
explaining
no.
the point?
I
Hey,
ain't gonna
Christy,
let no
would you mind
dickhead
What's the
explaining the
point?
point?
What's the point?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you
I
explain
ain't
the
shushing for you.
homophobic
No,
part? Hey,
I ain't
shut the
shushing
fuck
for
up,
you.
bitch.
No, fuck
Hey,
off. I ain't. No, fuck
you're
you.
dismissed.
Shut your
Bitch, I'm not
fucking
talking to you.
About.
Who does
I
this
ain't
Bitch, I'm
man
not
think
talking to
he's
you.
talking
You
to?
Bitch, I'm
dumb.
not talking to you.
Are
I'm
you
not talking
dumb?
to Envy.
Dumb
Who does he think
bitch.
he's talking to?
A freshly,
I'm talking to her.
a freshly
Bitch.
legal young
Talking
man
to
sitting here
Envy.
Fucking
disrespecting.
dickhead
I'm
bitch.
talking
Don't
to
talk to me.
Envy.
Don't talk to me, dummy.
Shut the fuck.
Just because your
You
mum don't
fucking
want you,
mess.
don't
Look
take
at
it
how
out
you
on
look.
me.
You
You
have
don't
to wake
uncle.
up in the morning, bitch. Look in the mirror. Look how you look. Anywho, you're dismissed, bitch.
Dickhead.
Christy,
bitch.
explain the point.
Let's talk about it. Let's
Christy,
talk about it.
explain
Yes,
the point.
I'm right here, brother.
Because like I'm sitting here trying to get the point across, bitch, and then
I'm
this
here,
young
brother.
sir
Let's talk
over here
about it.
talking to me.
All right, let's talk about it.
Shut
What do you
the
want to
fuck
talk
up, you
about?
fucking, you're
Right,
just
can you
a
explain the
cocksucker.
second point while this dog is
Cocksucking
barking in the background?
Dickhead.
I don't know
fuck
what you're
off.
talking about.
If Nate
There's no
asked me
dog.
to stop,
The
I'll
second
stop.
point,
I ain't
it
Nate. I'm
says the
telling you
homophobic
now.
part. Can you
If
explain
want
the
me to
point why the
stop, I'll
dog
stop.
sits there
I
and
ain't
barks?
stopping for him, Nate. I'm
Can
telling
you
you now.
explain
You don't
why the
need to.
I
dog
ain't
Keep
stopping
barks?
for
going.
him.
Can
Keep
you
You want
going.
me to
explain
stop?
it?
I'll stop.
You go
I ain't
ahead.
letting no
Go
dickhead
ahead.
tell me.
There
Go.
and
You can
barks?
go ahead and speak.
No,
I,
Nate.
Can you
If
explain it why the
if you
dog
want to debate him,
barks?
debate him.
I want you to say. I
Can you
asked you
explain
to
why?
say it. I
Can
asked
you
you to
explain
say
why
it.
the
He
You're
dog
going
won't.
to
barks?
He
say
ain't
it.
gonna think.
No,
But I'm not gonna
I
shut
wanna
up
hear
because
it.
he's telling me to.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I keep him
Shade.
muted. I keep him muted. Keep going. Just say
Well,
what you
you
have to say.
can't.
I just keep him muted.
You
Go
Nah,
can't
ahead.
he's just
now.
pissed off, innit? He's all
You can't. I'm not mad.
looking like a dickhead.
I'm not mad at all.
You are mad.
Why would I be
You
mad?
got bombed hard,
You look a
mate.
mess.
You're mad. You're mad your dad left you.
Bro,
You're
you look
mad your
dumb
mum
and you look
disowned
ugly.
you. And then you're just out
Why
here
am I
trying
gonna
to
be
take
mad,
it out
bitch?
on everybody else.
My mom gave
Not
birth
my
to her.
fucking problem. It's not
My
my
mom gave
problem.
birth to her
If
pretty
your
bitch.
mum
I'm
don't
not
love you,
mad,
figure
bitch.
out
I'm
what
not.
you've done wrong. If your mum
Look
don't
a
love
mess.
you, figure out what you've done
A
wrong.
mess.
Dickhead.
You look like something.
No, I
Or
look
you
like
look like
what?
something's going wrong with you.
Dickhead.
Hello?
Look, get your ass on camera.
Baby,
Nate, someone's
you
on my
look like
phone. Hold on.
you look like a lab subject.
Your mum's
This-
a lab
but-
subject.
That's what you look like.
You see how there's no argument from these men,
Well,
by the way.
I told you I
Just
don't.
come up and crash out. It's okay. We're gonna move on. There's no actual argument from these people. They just come up and crash out, and they prove exactly why we can't support a community like that, because that's how they behave when they don't agree with them politically. They call you a bitch and call you all sorts of shit because they don't get their way. Can I get your age, please? Don't have the
Alright,
energy
hello?
for this. Yes, can I get your age, please, sir?
I'm 18.
Right. Are trans women?
Socially, yes.
Okay, y'all know exactly what to type in chat. Go ahead and tell us what a woman is. Go ahead.
A woman is someone that typically has traits of a female.
A woman is a person who typically has traits of a female.
Yes.
What are the traits of a female that women have that defines them as women?
Alright, then they would typically have the ability to give birth, or a
Well, I
woman.
didn't ask you what women typically have, because you're not including all women then. The word typically can't be used there. You have to use a phraseology that includes everybody, not most
And also,
of them.
child's birth isn't social.
Alright, well, I'm not. Right, so since not all women to give birth, I'm just like, I'm including all women. I'm just saying multiple traits that they may have.
But that's not the question. I didn't ask you what multiple traits women have. I'm asking you what the traits are that include all women, not some of them or most of them. All women have to be included. And female isn't social, by the way. So you can't say the social definition of a woman is a person who had. You said trans women were women socially, so I'm asking you for the social definition of woman. That's the question.
Alright, and I'll say somebody who typically has traits that are female.
Female traits are not social. Female traits are biological. So that's not a social definition.
When I'm talking about woman, I'm talking about socially. When I'm talking about female, I'm talking about biologically. I'm not talking about female.
You just said a woman. The social definition was a person who has the traits of a female, and the traits of the female are biological. So you're
Right,
contradicting
so-
you're contradict. Can you stop and listen? You're contradicting your answer. You said that trans women were women socially. I'm asking you for the social definition of woman.
Right, and I gave it to you, but I'm saying...
Your definition was not social.
Did you listen? Or what? Because
Your definition was not social.
I'm giving you a social definition.
Okay, what's the social definition? If the word female is involved, it's not social.
No, it can be involved and not be social. What are you talking about?
How can the word female, which refers to sex, be social?
Because it's a part of the definition of woman who is social.
So it's not social, because female, it would be biological.
Female is not social. I agree with you on that. But I'm saying...
Okay, then you can't define the social by having characteristics of the biological.
You can. Typically, they exude characteristics of biological.
I didn't ask you what women typically have. I'm asking you what all women have,
And I
not what
gave you
most
the
of them have.
I don't really get what you're asking.
Okay, let me ask the question I asked to the previous guest. Are all trans women women to you?
Yes.
Are all cis women women to you?
Yes.
Okay, so your definition has to include all of them. The word typically cannot be used. Answer the question now. Give me a definition of the word woman that includes all women. The word typically cannot be used. If you use it again, I'm going to drop you.
All right. I guess I would say.
You see how these men have to think about what womanhood is in order to include men? Y'all see it, right? Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you told me not to use the definition that I gave you.
Your definition is contradictory to your sentiment. Your sentiment is that all trans women are women, so you can't use the word typically. The word typically would exclude some of the trans women you consider women. You said all of them were women, so that's why you can't use the word typically any longer.
Because not all women have the same thing, except for identification.
Okay, but you're saying something must make all of them women. So what is that thing or set of things?
Identification.
Identification as what?
A woman.
Circular. You can't say a woman is a person who identifies as a woman. Were y'all not taught this in the 3rd grade? I feel like I keep having to ask this question every single damn day. You cannot define a word by repeating the word itself in the definition. You're not telling anybody anything. This is basic rudimentary English language.
All right.
Okay, so can I get a definition that doesn't involve the repetition of the word itself?
I can find one.
You can find one, so you don't have to go and look it up because you don't know. So you came out of a woman, but you don't know what a woman is, but you think men can be women. Okay. Go and look it up.
Woman.
No, it's okay. Go and look it up.
All right.
Yeah. In the meanwhile, let me let the other crash out who was up here before, who didn't know how to answer anything. He or she or whatever it is re-requested. So while that man goes to figure out what a woman is, because apparently now we have to Google what a woman is.
Hi, I'm back. Hello.
Yes, we know that you're back, sir. So what's the issue?
Yeah, so I just wanted to know why you kicked me when I said the word typically. Because typically...
You pause. Nobody can hear you. My camera. Why's my camera lagging?
I said the word typically is used a lot in science, data, medicine, everyday language.
You're making an absolute claim, so you can't use the word typically.
I wouldn't say it's an absolute. Wait, when you're saying, wait, let me just understand what you mean.
If you say all
absolute.
Trans women are, stop. If you're saying all trans women are women, you're making an absolute claim. That's what that means.
But they are women.
Okay, so your definition that you can't use the word typically. When describing women, you have to use a definition that includes all of them, not some.
So because I'm not using your definition,
it's not my definition. That's not what I said. You're not listening.
What's your definition?
Can you stop? It has nothing to do with my definition. It has everything to do with what you said. You said all trans women are women. That means that of the entire category of trans women, everyone in that category is a woman. I asked you if everyone who you sexist people call cis women, if they are also women, all of them. You said yes, okay? So if I ask you for a definition of the word woman that includes all of them, the word typically cannot be used, because the moment you use the word typically, you are excluding certain people. What are you not understanding?
Who am I excluding by that definition? Am I excluding adult human female? Am I excluding biological?
The atypical.
Oh my God, it's like I say a sentence and you keep cutting me off. You won't let me finish a full fucking sentence.
You just asked me a question.
No, I was responding to what you had just said and you cut me off for like the fifth time.
You asked me a question, and the answer to your question is you're excluding the atypical. This is your logic. You're saying all of them are women. So if I ask you for a definition that includes all women, you cannot use the word typically, because typically is not the same as all. Typically means most, not all. Your definition is an absolute. So then you can't use the word typically then.
I said typically an adult human female. That means that typically, most of the time, it's going to be an adult human female.
But you're
trans people are 0.5% of the population, which it means that is going to not be a huge population of women.
Okay. All right, you're fucking slow. What's the atypical definition? What's the other definition?
Another definition of woman?
Yeah, because you only have a typical definition for adult human females.
I'm not going to be making up new definitions on the spot.
You would need to because you're saying typically
that's
women
ridiculous.
You're saying typically women are adult human females. That then means that there is a case where persons are not adult human females but are still women. That requires another. Where did the prompt go? That requires a different. Where did the prompt go? The fuck? Hold on. So yeah, what's the definition?
Do you want to see my birth certificate? I just don't understand what that does for you.
You can change your birth certificates. I don't really care.
Does it do something for you to insult me?
Not insulting you, sir. Can you answer my question, please?
No, can you answer mine? What does it do for you?
Answer my question. Can I get the atypical definition of women? You said that that typically women are.
I've answered that question and every single other one. You have not answered one of mine.
You didn't answer because your definition did not include.
There is no atypical. So here's what you keep doing, okay? And
if there's a typical, since you don't hear me talking. If there's a typical definition for woman that includes
the man energy in there,
woman, you're literally a man too, so I don't see what that does. But anyways, right?
I'd be a better one than you.
Men who don't think that they're women are definitely better men than men who think that they are, because at least we don't dehumanize women. Okay. So, anyways, as
you just said, men who think they're women or think that they're better men.
I said men who don't think that they're women are better than men who think that they are. That's what I said. You're not listening. You have a listening issue. Okay.
No, I think that you are intellectually dishonest. And I think that you're kind of slow. And you are in an echo chamber where people are agreeing with everything.
How am I in an echo chamber when the other two people on the panel who agree with me are not even speaking? Y'all just want a reason to be a victim all the damn time.
I think actually you want a reason to be a victim. And you want a reason to try and get other people to make trans people feel like they're the predators.
When did I ever mention trans women being predatory?
When you literally just said that they're a proponent of grape culture.
Well, there are trans women who are. Well, there are trans women who are. And?
Yeah, and there's men that are, there's women that are.
But the thing is, hold on, sure, and we can address those as well. But that's not the topic. So do you guys see how when we highlight issues with trans people, instead of actually talking about trans people, you guys want to talk about everybody else but trans people, because what you guys want to do is put trans people on a pedestal. Every time I talk about the issues with the trans community, y'all go, what about this group? And what about that group? No, it's a big old fat whataboutism. We're talking right now about the trans community.
Because you're the only person who's mythologizing. You're mythologizing.
Instead of pivoting,
that's what's disgusting.
Instead of pivoting and being an apologist for that community, why don't you actually engage in that conversation instead of throwing out whataboutism every time you hear something about the trans community that you don't want to hear? Because that's what you guys do.
I'm not God. I can't understand why people commit all of the heinous acts that they do. I also am not judge and jury. But you are. Listen, I totally agree.
But that's not what I'm asking you to do.
Can I agree with you, Edna, that I think that you are right, that there are trans people who do disgusting shit. There are men that are. There are not women. I'm not saying that we should not focus on all crimes, but you are mythologizing specifically transgender people.
Mythologizing? What do you mean mythologizing? What does that
mythologizing meaning you are taking these issues and you are creating them into bigger issues than they actually are.
They are big. Okay, sorry. Is grape culture not a big issue?
Absolutely. I'm not saying that grape culture
So then how am I making how am I making grape? No. How am I
You are the one who's saying that specifically trans.
This guy doesn't stop talking. How am I making grape culture more of an issue than it is by highlighting that it's happening within a particular community? Explain that to me, please.
You're not making.
I can't find back the background.
It's not grape culture. You're mythologizing specifically trans people when you say trans people are it's a divisive language, and I get it.
It's not divisive language. It's not divisive language. It's not divisive language. It's not. It's the truth.
It is though.
It's the truth. It's the truth. It's not divisive language.
It's the truth that some trans people commit crimes. Yes,
right,
absolutely.
and it needs to be addressed. Why can't I address it? Oh, I found my background. Here we go.
You can address anything you want. This is America. You have the freedom of speech.
Okay, so then why am I being? Right? So why are you? Oh, guys, give me a minute to edit this for a second. Why am I being demonized for doing it then? Because you're specifically targeting trans people as the perpetuators of these issues. In this discussion, in the same way that if I wanted to have a conversation about regular men being sexist or homophobic or perpetuating grape culture, I'd be able to do that without some dumbass like you coming up and going, well, what about women? And what about trans people? You guys don't do this for any other kind of discussion. If I specified men... I'm almost positive that there's a bunch of people I'm talking. If I specified men in this discussion, y'all would not be coming up into the box saying, what about another group of people? No, y'all would be talking about men. right? So
There are
yet again,
people that disagree with that. I'm confused. You are able to talk about anything that you want, but you are labeling trans people. You literally said at the beginning of our first conversation, and I'm going to remind you, you said most. You said most trans
most
people.
in my experience, yes.
Okay, and that's really sad, and I don't blame you for that. I blame the media. I blame our culture. for
No,
making
blame
you
the
think that it is
It's my
most.
thing. You see, you blame the media for the actions of other people. How about you blame the people who are actually executing that behavior? What about that? You don't want to blame them. You blame everybody else but the people who are actually perpetuating the behavior.
We can do both.
So
we
this is
can
my
do both.
this is
They're
my
not
this is my
mutually
issue. No, the media does
Why
not
is that an
portray
issue to try
the
and say
media.
that we can demonize one thing while also attacking the people that are trying to demonize
my
a whole
my
entire group
aim
of
here
people?
my aim here is not to demonize anybody. That's the other thing too you're confused about. No one here is demonizing anything. We are addressing an issue with a particular community. The media has nothing to do with it. The funny thing is, you talk about the media can't talk about trans people without being cancelled, censored, or scrutinized. So the media has nothing to do with it. The trans community has power over the media because nobody can talk about trans people without being cancelled or being told that we're being bigoted or transphobic. So it's not true.
I'm almost positive that people who perpetuate trans news
the media can't say
are the
anything
most
negative
popular
about
news
trans
cycles.
people. The
No,
media
that's
can't
not
say no. The media can't say anything negative about trans people. They can't because they get cancelled.
I'm almost positive that every single news cycle is about trans people. That means that it's making news cycles money.
No, it's because you guys are actively doing shit that you're not supposed to be doing. What the
That
fuck?
literally makes no sense. You know that the media is for profit, correct?
What are you talking? So are you sitting here telling me that if a news reporter, sorry Nate, if a news reporter reports on a crime and the person happens to be trans, they're doing it because the news people make money off of trans crimes?
Absolutely
the
not.
Dumbest
But there
thing
is.
I've ever heard.
That's not the dumbest thing you've ever heard. What's the dumbest thing that you've heard is trying to label a whole entire group of people
Nobody said
as
that.
a problem.
Nobody said that.
doing
That's
that.
actually
Nobody
that's
said that.
actually pretty fucking
Nobody
bad.
said that, but
That's
nobody
pretty
said that.
disgusting.
But nobody said that. That's my thing. You're coming up here and you're straw manning what's written on the screen. Is the word all written on the screen?
I'm straw manning, but you have a problem
Is
with
the
every single
word
definition
all?
I give.
Is the word all written on the screen?
No, it's not written on the screen.
Okay,
I'm
great.
able
So,
to under-
so I'm not saying
I'm able to
stop.
understand.
So I'm
able
not
to understand
saying.
logic.
So I'm
and
not
understand
saying.
how you wrote
you
this.
just keep talking over me. So I'm just gonna keep muting you. You are not reading the prompt. The prompt does not say all, and I clarified what I meant when I wrote the statement. I am highlighting that there is an uprise of sexism in that community, especially among trans women, that needs to be addressed. Now, instead of being an intellectually honest person and saying maybe I need to do some introspection into that community, right? You just keep trying to blame everybody else but trans people.
Jesus Christ.
That is the issue. No, but you proved that. That's what you did. And don't bring Jesus Christ into your nonsense. He don't want nothing to do with this shit, right? Listen very carefully.
Okay, well,
I am
I'm not Christian.
highlighting. Stop interrupting. I am highlighting
You're
an issue
saying
with.
something. I'm responding.
Oh
you
my
can't
goodness.
just keep talking and then not let me respond.
I can't keep talking. It's my life. I am
well, then don't let
highlighting an-
people debate that if you don't want to let them respond.
You won't respond with anything that makes sense. Every time I say something, you respond with an argument that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Every time I make an argument about the trans community, your immediate response is, "It's not all trans people." Oh well.
Because there's nuance.
That's what I've been saying. No one is saying it's all trans people, so you're not giving an argument against what I'm saying. You're just yappa, 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 yappa. You're not saying anything that responds to what I'm saying.
Okay, all right. So what exactly do you want out of this conversation? Do you just want to say that trans people commit these crimes and you want people to accept it? What do you want?
I want the sexism to be addressed and I want it to be done with. That's what I want. Now, I'm going to break down the sexism for you once again.
I'd love
It
for
is
you
a
to.
common belief. It is a... What? I'm sorry, what?
I'd love for you to. I'm trying to help
Okay.
you get to your point.
But I made this point already to the previous guests who were up here and to you. You just didn't want to hear it. A lot of trans women, it is a common belief among people who are pro-trans that being a woman or a man is simply about either identification or about some sort of socially constructed ideals that society has created. Those ideas are sexist. It completely diminishes and undermines the basis of women's oppression because women are not oppressed on the basis of their identities. is, right? Because if women, for example, in the Middle East who are oppressed now could simply identify as men and escape oppression, I'm sure they 100% would. The reason women are oppressed is because of their sex. Now, when you take away the sex-based reality of womanhood and reduce it to gender, some sort of socially constructed ideals, you are erasing women. You're also reducing women to stereotypes. A lot of the things that society has created or associated with women are largely based on stereotypes. And what the trans community does, especially trans women, is they take on those stereotypes, they take on those social norms, and then they use that to claim womanhood. It is sexist, especially if you're a male. Using stereotypes to claim womanhood is sexist.
Okay, can I respond?
Sure.
Okay. I see where you're going with this. You think that trans people somehow are stereotyping women and taking things from a protected class or sex.
They are. They demonstrate that.
Can you tell me in what specific area? And can you just stick it to one that I can respond to?
It's in several areas.
But one that I can respond to at a time, because I can't respond to everything.
Let's start first with the gender presentation argument. They'll say that because their hair is long and they wear lashes and they wear heels and they wear feminine clothing, that they are women by virtue of those things.
Okay, so I want to talk about that because I feel like that's a really misunderstood experience about trans people, that they are trying to appear hyper feminine because they are no, I'm trying to gather my thoughts, because that they are trying to take something away from women and that they're trying to create stereotypes to be able to take something away from women. You have gender dysphoria, so like I believe that it presents when kids are younger, right? And so when you grow up not feeling comfortable in the gender that you are, and you start to want to assimilate into the gender to be perceived as a certain way, you are going to try and assimilate. You're going to try
and they assimilate by doing what? Performing stereotypes. Sexism. There it is.
Okay, but that's
Bingo.
not okay. How is long hair or makeup, how is that a stereotype?
It is. Do you know what a stereotype is?
I don't have the direct definite. Give me the definition.
It's an oversimplified generalization about a particular group of people or thing, right? So it's largely overgeneralized, right? Or typicalities that we notice, things that we typically associate with a particular category in a very general, oversimplified way. Now, in society, we generally associate long hair, at least in Western culture, with women. Right? It is considered a feminine attribute. Okay. Now, that in and of itself is not sexist. However, when you take that stereotype and use it to claim that you are a woman, that is where the sexism comes into play. Okay?
But I don't think that trans people are claiming because of the way they look that they are women.
That's literally what I hear from 90% of the trans women I talk to. They think gender is
or is that the truth?
That's what they do. They say that gender is a social construct and it's about how people perceive you. And if you have big boobs, tits, and you shape like a Coke bottle, then you're a woman. That's literally what they think womanhood is. That's what I'm addressing. So just because you haven't heard it doesn't mean it's not true. Most of the trans women I speak to think that womanhood is about how you look. They think it's an aesthetic thing. It's very superficial and materialistic.
I would just say that those are superficial trans people.
Most of them are! That's the point!
You're not tracking. That's literally what he's saying.
Most of them, that's how most of them think.
Wait, I want to know where my logical inconsistencies are. How am I not tracking?
You're not tracking because you just acknowledge that people who think that way, trans people who think that way, are superficial trans women, are superficial trans people. And I'm saying to you, most of them think that way. The common belief, right? And when I say common, not that all of them have it, I'm meaning that it's usual within that group. The common belief among trans people or people who are pro-trans is that gender is about how you look and how you present, and it's about social expectations and social norms. As persons who are gender critical, we are trying to break that and we are trying to move away from those stereotypes. All the trans community did was they dug up those stereotypes, those things that society was actually beginning to move away from, right? And use them to claim womanhood and manhood. That's what that
I
community
feel like
does.
as a woman, okay, I've actually never heard it described in that way. And I feel like as a woman, I can understand why people are offended. But I do feel like that is not what I believe trans people are doing. I believe that there are trans people that do that. Like you just said, some, in your experience, it could be most, but not all. I think that unfortunately we live in a society where how you perceived is what people perceive you as. And I know that that's based on secondary sex characteristics. I know that's based on boobs, on hips, these little snapshots
Literally
of things that you can like.
regurgitating the sexism as you're explaining how they're not sexist. You don't. Are you
No,
listening to yourself?
no, you're misunderstanding me. Secondary sex characteristics are not sexist innately. Those are things that we all interpret. When we look at someone, we clock them as male
But
or female.
a person isn't defined as a woman because of it. I'm not saying that trans women can't be
You didn't let me
perceived.
finish. You literally didn't let me finish. I was agreeing with you. I agree with you. I do not think that having boobs or a butt is what makes you a woman.
Trans women are saying that though. That's my point.
I don't feel like they are. If you can give me an
I
example where
literally
they
have
are.
had trans women come up here and say that they are defined as women because they have the secondary sex characteristics of the female sex. How many of us in this chat have heard trans women say that a woman is a person who has secondary sex characteristics of the female sex? They say it all
And
the
not
time.
only that, they also go on the screen and they shake their boobs.
Yeah, they sit on camera and they put their let me put the pillow up in here for a second. They come up to the camera and
They shake
everything
their
is
boobs.
just they're just doing this all the time.
Yep.
And
They go,
touch
what do
their
you think
hair,
these are?
And they're just shaking their boobs like this all the time. All the time.
Do cis
It's
women,
just so superficial
do
and
ci-
disgusting.
Do cis women not promote their OnlyFans?
Pardon me?
Cis women do they not have their ass? Yeah, I mean, do you not see cis women sexualizing
We're not
themselves
talking
online?
about no. Hold
getting the
on.
point.
Sex work is a whole different thing. I don't agree with sex work, so that's a different thing.
Well,
I'm talking
most
about sex
trans
work.
people have to resort to sex work.
What? Sorry? Well, I know that, but that doesn't. What does that have to do with?
So
What does
listen.
that have to
So
do with what we're
if
talking
most
about?
trans people have to resort to sex work, and you're
I
seeing
wasn't
trans
talking
women,
about. I wasn't.
let me finish.
talk-
If you're seeing trans people online shaking their boobs, which you and Christy both said that you do,
You're not
that is
listening. You're not listening. We're not saying. They are hypersexualizing.
you need to relax. It's real. You need to
Stop.
relax.
They are
Seriously.
Stop talking. They are hypersexualizing themselves, and that in their mind is the image of womanhood. That's the point. I find it cringy personally when anybody of any sex hypersexualizes themselves. But that's not the discussion right now. We're talking right now about people, trans women specifically, who they hypersexualize themselves. They overcompensate with hyperfemininity in order to claim womanhood because that's what they think women are in their head. Women are people with big boobs, curvy body, long hair, long nails, feminine voice. That's what womanhood is to them. That's why they hypersexualize themselves so much. And what they do is the people who are trans and are on OnlyFans, they appeal to a specific audience of people who have what we call trans fetishes. They fetishize trans women, and that's why they turn to it so much. There are lots of men, DL men, who have fetishes for trans women, but that's a different discussion. My point right now is the hypersexualization is used for them to claim womanhood. That's what they want. They want to claim womanhood through the hypersexualization.
Sure. I mean, I have my ideas of why I think that is. Why I think that a lot of trans women resort to a hypersexual look, and we hinted at one of them
Because
which
they
is sex
see
work.
women through a sexist lens.
No, because of sex work. If most trans women have statistically done sex work, they have to hypersexualize
Can you
themselves.
say S work for this purpose of the life, please?
Sure. They have to do that to survive. And naturally, I mean, like, you see this a lot, not just with trans people, but with a lot of different people who grew up in poverty, people who had to sort of resort to sex work, unfortunately. You see this a lot with,
Maybe if you all would stop
men.
blasting off money on surgeries, you all would have some money. But that's a different conversation. Continue.
I mean,
y'all are blasting off
I mean,
$1,000
that's a really,
on-
I feel like, oversimplified view of how trans people operate. But okay, you see that a lot with all genders. You see that a lot, especially.
There's only two, so I don't know what you mean by all genders. too. But all right.
Right, right. You see that with both genders. You see that with male and female. You see that with over sexualization. And yes, you see it more in trans people. And I think that there's a very specific reason for that. And that has nothing to do with trying to take away something from women. I think that has to do a lot with the internal
it's
and
not
societal.
about
Wait 1 second.
you
With the
keep
internal and
responding to things that
societal-
I'm not saying. Like this might that's why I keep interrupting you. You keep responding with things I'm not even saying. I didn't say it was about taking things from women. There are instances where they do, but the main issue is that they think that that's what womanhood is. That's the point. They think that womanhood is about those stereotypes. They think womanhood is about that femininity, and that is the issue. That is the sexism that comes from a lot of trans women. That's what I'm saying.
Sure, I totally agree that happens. I think that we just disagree why that happens.
I don't care why it happens. It needs to stop, regardless.
Well, I think that, okay, that's fair. But I think that you trying to mythologize them and say that it has something to do with the fact that they're like trying to take away something from biological women.
I didn't say that.
No, you did though.
When?
The whole live. You said that there was that
I said nothing about taking. I said nothing about taking away. I said it was sexist. I said nothing about taking away anything.
Okay, sorry. You think that trans women are somehow... Well, no, sexism is taking away the dignity of biological women.
But you agree that they're sexist, and then we agree. Okay. Beautiful.
That's not what I said. That's not
you
what I
just
said.
agreed that that some of them were sexist, and then if you agree that sexism takes away from women,
I think that some biological women are sexist.
Okay, you see how you shift the goalpost every time? So always a whataboutism with you people. Obviously, I know everyone, regardless of gender, can be sexist, but the sexism that trans women perpetuate is specifically related to their identity as a trans person. And that's what I'm trying to establish, and you're not getting it.
No, okay, I get what you're saying. Do you think that trans women or trans people, because I feel like it always gets skewed towards trans women, do you think that trans people are, I guess, do you think that there's something innately about them that is offensive to women?
Innately, I don't think so.
Okay, so I feel like we actually agree more than we think we do. I just think that it's the language that keeps messing us up. Do you feel
But
like
language is important? That's the issue. The thing is about gender ideology.
I totally agree.
Gender ideology wants to dilute language, so we don't know what we mean when we say things. That's the reason why the language is getting caught up with us, because you don't understand what these terms mean. I mean, I asked you, did I not ask you what a woman was? And you couldn't even answer me in a way that included the people you were talking about.
Well, I think that is a question that is obviously, there is an answer. There is a definitive
What is the answer?
An adult human female.
Okay, then you add the word typically when we've already established you can't use the word typically because we're talking about all people.
And we disagree there, because I do think that you can use the word typically.
You can't
see that
use
in
the word.
science. You see that in medical data.
You can't use the word typically if you're making an absolute claim. Can we all type the word absolute in chat? If you're making an absolute claim, you cannot use the word typically. You're saying that all trans women are women, and you're saying all quote unquote cis women are women. That's what you're saying. So your definition cannot be typical unless you have a definition that refers to the atypical. So let's work with what you're saying. If you're saying typically women are adult human females, what is the definition for the women who are not adult human females? I want y'all to listen.
As in trans women.
Yeah, no, hold on. You don't add an adjective to the noun. The noun needs to be defined in a different sense before you add an adjective. The women that you're talking about, define the noun woman in the second sense, in the atypical sense. And you see how you're bopping back and forth on Google because you actually don't know. Okay. Also, real quickly, lady.
I was looking at typically. Why can't typically be used?
Lady, I'd like to have a
trying to understand your point.
1 second. Lady, I'd like to have a conversation with you in a good faith way. I'm not going to let anybody interject, but I have a few questions for you, if you don't mind requesting. Now, as I was saying, yeah, you're saying typically women are adult human females. So there's an atypical definition that you're using for persons who are women but are not adult human females. What's that definition for woman in the other sense?
I would say a woman who is typically not an adult human female
Typically,
biologically.
that's not explaining anything. You're telling me what a woman isn't, not what a woman is.
You said
What
give
is-
you a definition for anything that doesn't describe.
Yeah, give me the definition for woman that includes all the other women in the atypical category that doesn't include any other man.
I literally feel like I've given you that 5 times
You-
now.
no,
I
you
don't
haven't.
understand.
No, you
I
haven't because
literally, I'm trying so
no,
hard
because
to
I asked you.
understand
No,
why
because I
that-
asked you. Because I asked you a different question, so that's impossible. Don't lie. I specified the question and clarified the question, so I'm gonna ask you again. Give me the
Okay,
atypical.
generally an
You
adult
can't use
no.
generally for the atypical definition now because we've already covered the generalizations with the typically. You're saying generally women are adult human females. The word generally should not be included in the atypical definition. The atypical definition is supposed to account for the remainder of people. So you can't use the word generally now. We've already covered the generalizations. We need to now account.
That's the definition
We need to
that
now.
that's
We
the
need
definition
to
I'm
now
using.
account. We need to now account for the people who are not adult human females. They don't fit the typical definition, but are still women. What is the definition of woman in that context? You're running out of answers because you realize that you don't have one.
Well, I feel like I've given you the answer
You
5
haven't.
times now.
No,
And
you haven't.
But no, you don't like the definition. That's
No,
fine.
and
I
this
don't.
is
I'm
and
not
this
going to
and
keep
this
debating.
and okay, now stop. And this, by the way, y'all, is what I'm talking about. People who are pro-trans, you have this very manipulative tactic where people ask you direct questions, you can't answer, and then you gaslight everyone into thinking that you gave an answer, and we just don't like it. At no point in time was my rebuttal to your answer. Me no likey. I didn't say that to you. I didn't say I don't like your answer,
You said
therefore
you
you're
don't like
wrong.
typical.
I didn't say I don't like typical. I said the word typically does not work with your statement because you're not making a general assertion. You're making an
So
absolute.
you don't like the answer. So you don't like the
It's
answer.
not that I
gave you.
don't like the answer. Your answer is incompatible with your statement. Are you fucking slow?
Clearly, I am because that doesn't make
okay,
sense.
stop. I'm going to repeat it to you again. You're making an absolute claim. You didn't say generally trans women were women or generally quote unquote cis women are women. By the way, I don't use that word usually. I'm just working with his language system here. You didn't say that. You said all of the. Come in, the word all in chat for this person because he or she or whatever it is not getting it. You said all of them were women. All of them. So if I ask you how all of them are women, you can't give a definition that includes most of them. Because if only most of them are included, then the statement all is not true. Repeat what I just said.
Okay, I'm not repeating what you just said. Like I'm
Because
fine.
you're not listening. Because you're not listening.
I'm giving you a definition.
Repeat your stop. I'm going to ask you. No, I'm going to no. Because you refuse to answer my question directly.
So you want me?
Repeat what
You
I
want
said.
me to
If you
answer
refuse, if you refuse
want
to
me
repeat,
to-
if you unmute and refuse to repeat what I said, I'm going to drop you, and you're not coming back up onto this panel. I'm tired of the bad faith, disgusting behavior from people who support this community. You are gaslighting the 800 plus people who are
You're
watching you right
fucking
now.
disgusting.
But yeah, and there's the crash out. We're gonna move on.
You-
No argument. So I want to make it clear. They've proven the sexism. They've proven the I'm waiting for the homophobia. I don't think we got the homophobia today. They're gonna prove it. Now, you young man who were down here before, what is this person still here? This
Me?
horror person.
Me?
Yeah. What's your definition of woman now? I want it now. You said you were gonna look it up. So what's the definition? And he's back on Google. Do you see what I'm talking about? The people who support this community have no justification for what they believe. No justification. But somehow we're bigoted and we're transphobic for not supporting that community. Okay. Right. I'm going to type right in chat. Right. So no answer. I want to move on. Let's keep it pushing. Look at your age.
Sorry. I'm 21.
Okay, sir. Do you think trans women are women?
Well, I think it just is dependent on other people's definition of women because it is becoming subjective in Western discourse right now.
Do you think that they are women? Yay or nay?
Biologically, no, but socially, possibly yes.
Okay, there's a sexism, y'all. All right. So y'all know what to type in chat. Tell us what the social definition of woman is. And I want y'all to listen keenly to the definition. Go ahead, tell us.
And like personally, I believe that they are men, but like I don't know.
You said that they are socially women, so that's not true. Can I get the social definition of woman, please?
Social definition is someone who presents themselves as a woman. I personally
That's not describing
for
anything.
my
That's
faith.
circular.
Well, someone who presents themselves as a woman, but
That's
I personally don't believe.
Hello, that's the same answer.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's the same answer. You can't see a woman as a person who presents as a woman. That's not telling anybody anything.
Mm.
So, yeah, can I get a definition of the word woman, please? The social definition.
Well, if you ask me, a woman is someone who born with XX chromosomes and someone who carries themselves as a woman.
That's not a social definition.
As a social definition.
You just said. I'm gonna calm down.
I didn't sleep last night.
You didn't sleep for quite a long time because this level of intelligence is baffling to me, or lack thereof. You're saying that trans women are socially women. That's what you said. Tell me what it means to be socially a woman. What defines a person as a social woman?
Why did I was just bored. Why did I request this?
Look at that. No answer. You see how these people come up and they say, well, they don't know what they believe. They don't know what they believe. Embarrassing. Can I get your age?
23.
Okay, guys, this is a sexist, by the way. So, yeah, you think trans women are women, yes?
No.
Oh, no. Oh, he changes. He's not a chaser anymore. Oh, my God.
So
Isn't that true?
Look,
He's not a chaser anymore. Oh, guys,
Oh.
he's not a chaser anymore. Period. Okay.
It's
so
a pipeline.
What
right?
do you a pipeline that is? You mean trans women's pipes that you keep sucking on?
No. I mean,
No,
like the
not those
reason the
pipes.
trans thing came about is because of the LGB, and then the LGB came about because of women. So I mean,
What?
it's kind of all like self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted? You think women
Yeah,
self-inflicted
for, like, the
their
whole
own
trans
oppression?
thing. Because like the women accepted the LGB, and then the LGB brought along everything else.
The
So if you go
LGB did
back
not
to
bring
it-
on the no. The
if you
LGB
go
did not
back to
bring
it, it's all
no.
because of the
The
19th Amendment.
LGB did not bring on the T. The T jumped on and hijacked us, and we had to push them right the fuck off. Who told you that the LGB took on the T? They jumped onto us like a leech
No,
and sucked
y'all, I
us
mean, y'all are
dry.
the same thing, to
Pause.
be honest.
I'm sorry?
You're the same thing as a trans woman, except just not on hormones. I mean,
I'm not a trans woman because I don't want to be a woman.
no, but you're the same thing. You're both men, right? It's just
Yeah,
one's
we're
for
men, and
hormones.
the key difference is that I'm a man who knows that he's a man who doesn't violate women's boundaries and go into women's spaces, and trans women do.
I mean, either way, you're like the same thing, you know?
No, we're not. Is you see how we just say, it ignores the difference and goes either way? No, that's the difference. The difference is I know that I'm a man.
Hey, you having a good day today, man?
You see how they don't have an argument? Do you see what do you see what people are? They have no argument. No argument. Y'all hear an argument? I don't hear the argument. I just keep hearing a lot of pivoting and so on. Is there an argument that you have or no?
Oh no, I just wanted to give you.
No, didn't think so. Beautiful. All right. Type your ones and twos. If you disagree with the prompt, go ahead and request. Can I get your age, please? You blue.
34, he, him.
You did not need to do that. Do you think trans women are women?
I wanted to come on and just say a story that happened recently.
No! Goodbye. Hello?
Hi, how are you doing? Can you hear me? Oh, so we want to start out with trying to insult me. Is that true? I'm just saying. I'm just
I
saying.
didn't say anything! I didn't say anything. I just...
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna turn
Go
red.
ahead.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
So the bottom part of the prompt is specifically designated for you.
Oh, really?
Because I think
Thank
that
you.
what
Thank you.
I do, it's not a flex. So I think that what you
Yeah,
do
it is.
I don't think it's a flex to violate
I
women's
think
medical
so.
consent.
Yeah. Well, so first of all, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a woman. I provide medical care for people, and that's all I do.
Can you tell us what a woman is?
Sure. Honestly, a woman can be both biologically and socially accepted in society as the person that they are.
Sure.
I mean, that's just in short, but
Well, sure. Tell us what it means to socially be a woman. Right? We all want to know what the social woman is.
So, honestly, truly, womanhood is so different between everyone. I can't tell another person what womanhood is to them.
I'm not
just know what it is to me.
asking you to tell me, what does it mean to be a woman to you that distinguishes you from every other man out there, socially speaking?
So first of all, there is no man here. But anyways,
I said
there's
distinguish.
There's not.
No, that wasn't what I said.
No,
That's not what I. Lady.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. What is it you're trying to ask? What are you trying to ask?
Said describe womanhood to me socially. Define your womanhood to me in a way that distinguishes you from every other man out there. So no man should be included in the definition that you give for yourself.
So honestly, if you're talking about womanhood and my womanhood, I can't describe it towards any other man because I'm not a man, so I wouldn't be able to give a definition.
That's not the question. That's not the question.
Well, that's what you asked me. You're asking me to compare my womanhood to some man.
Not compare. I'm not asking you to. No, a comparison is not a. No, I'm asking you to define it in a way that distinguishes it, not compares it, in a way that distinguishes it from men. That was the question.
So honestly and truly, my experience of womanhood could be so different from any other woman that's out here on this planet.
Describe the experience that men do not have.
So again, you're saying man. I don't. There's no man here, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You haven't defined what a woman is yet.
So you asked me the same thing, man. You keep putting man in it. There's no man here.
I'm asking you to distinguish womanhood from manhood. That's the question.
Okay. Well, for example, manhood and womanhood, we have different roles in society. For example,
here comes the sexism, y'all.
No, there is no sexism here.
Oh, there is. You're about to define women and men by gender roles.
No. Well, honestly, true. I don't define it like that. Society is the one that defines it like that.
No, but I'm asking you how you define it as a member of society. Of society.
Honestly, truly, all I have is my life, and the way I define womanhood is I navigate the society with femininity, with the way I present myself.
There's the sexism. Okay.
That's not sexism. That's
not
sexism.
To say that you're a woman. No. To say that you're a woman because of femininity is sexist. Yes.
No, not necessarily, because no, it's not, because women that are even butch or like masculine presenting still have some sort of femininity, and they're associated with that identity.
Like what? What's the femininity that butch lesbians have that men don't?
Well, you have to ask them. I'm not a butch feminist, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
But you said that there are butch lesbians out there. So how do you know they exist if you can't give an example? Give an example.
Well, you see them on TikTok, so you need to Google.
You're like who?
Yourself.
Like who?
No, I'm not going to give you that information. You look it up yourself.
He doesn't know.
She.
No, he. Can we all type he in chat? Uncle, grandpa, brother.
Oh, now we're going to go to insult.
Right. It's not an insult. It's the truth. This is Michael Jackson time. He. Here we go. So anyways, I just want to clarify. You look like you were stung by a bee. You know what I'm talking about? You know when your eyes get swollen? It just looks like you were stung by something. So anyways, as I was gonna say,
what?
Hold on. We want to talk about the fact. We want to talk about the fact that you violate women's consent medically.
How am I violating them? I'm a registered nurse providing care.
Why are you coming so fucking close to the camera for? You want to smell your teeth?
No.
So why are you coming so close for?
Because it's my camera and I can do what I want.
Okay, but it's not. But it's not your medical consent, so you can't do what you want with women. So, as a matter of fact, Christy, are you there?
I'm here.
I want you to give us the rundown because he won't explain it to us. Can you explain to us what this person has done? What he has done? Can you explain to us?
Yeah, Christy, go ahead, Christy.
Yeah, shut up. What he does is he's a male nurse. He changed his gender marker on his documents to female, and he doesn't allow women to decline male care from him as a male nurse. So he'll go up in there, and if a woman requests, a woman doctor or women care, he thinks because he got his ding dong flipped, fried, and filleted in fucking Thailand, and he changed his gender marker, that alludes that women are it alludes that women are going to not decline him because I'm a woman, I'm a she, and he's not. And I reported him, and now we're going up to the governor. We're going to let them know that you what type of person that you are. You have a problem with allowing women to say no, and I'm not sure why. So whoever that other guest was that was in here earlier today that said that they don't perpetuate grape culture, this gentleman up top, if women say no and men say, well, too bad, that's grape culture. No is no, not no as well. Your no can be no, but I changed the gender marker on my document to F, and now your F means go ahead. No, that's not what the fuck it means, okay? F means fuck off. So take your dick and balls that you inverted, that you think makes you a woman, okay? And leave women that are requesting female care, women care, to the women. You're not a woman.
So
Go ahead,
who
say
said
what you
I,
gotta say.
so who said I think anything? If I'm a woman and I know in my heart, in my mind, and my soul
You can't
that I
define
am,
the word, you don't know what it is.
So you can't define it either. We have different definitions. All I can tell you is my
What's your
experience in my
definition
life.
of woman, brother?
Well, you're
Lad.
looking at one, you're talking
No,
to one.
I'm not asking you for an example, which is not.
And you have to go off to insults because that's all you can do. And let
What
me tell
is
you
the
something.
definition of the word?
And Christy, let me tell you something.
Just
I'm
answer
still
the
here.
question, brother.
I'm still here. I'm not going anywhere. I'm still the woman that God has prepared me to be.
You don't know what the word woman
regardless of
means.
what you say.
What's the word woman mean?
Well, I live it every day.
What does it mean?
What do you need definition? You got
What
Google.
does the word, because you're claiming that you are something.
Every time you're on your live, you read from verbatim on the screen
What
talking
does
about
the
different
word
things.
mean?
So no, I'm not going to tell you. You Google
Because
it.
you
look
are
it up.
that. I'm not looking
Because
at a
I
woman.
am.
No, you're not. You don't know what it is.
No, you're not looking at one. You're talking to one. There's a difference.
You're talking to one.
No,
I'm looking
you're
at a
talking
brother
to
named
one.
Lad.
No, you're talking to a woman
I'm
named
looking at a
Lade.
lad, a young
No,
lad.
no, Lade.
Lad, what does the word mean?
Lade.
That you're claiming it. You're claiming it. What does it mean?
Lade.
What
No,
does
you
it
Google
mean?
it. You Google it.
I don't need to Google it. You're making the claim.
You-
I'm a New Yorker. What does that mean? I live born and raised in New York. You're a woman.
Well,
what does that mean?
Well, I can't quantify. I can't quantify my life. I can't quantify it. I can just only live it. That's it.
What are you living?
My life is the woman that I am.
Sure. What does that mean?
Well, you tell me what womanhood is.
Can't tell you how you live your life and what you think the word means.
No. You want to ask me what a woman is? You tell me. Other than the fact that I can't produce large gametes or whatever you're trying to say, tell me what womanhood is.
It's any experience that happens in the adult female body. Anything.
Okay, that's me. Okay, that's me.
You're not a female. You changed your gender marker.
Yeah, I'm a woman. So what?
You're
what's
not
your
answering the
point?
question, bro. You guys are so like it's like Dumb and Dumber. It's fucking Tweedledee and Tweedledum every day on these panels.
You try to twist me to get me to say what you want to say. And
I'm
that's
not trying to
gonna
get you to say
happen,
anything. I just want you to say something.
Yes, you are, Christy.
Say something.
Yes, you are, Christy.
What does it mean?
Every time you get on these lives and you're talking about trans women and stuff, you're just so worried about us. What do you want me to say?
I want you to say what it means to you. How's that?
Well, womanhood means a lot of things to me.
What? Name 3.
Well, womanhood for me, let's say, for example, the fact that I can navigate this world and be able to provide caring, competent care to people. That's one.
Okay, can men provide competent care to people?
Everyone can.
Okay, next. So that doesn't make you a
can.
woman. What's the next one?
No, but that's my womanhood experience. No, that's
What's
my
2?
womanhood experience.
What's
you
2?
asked me what my womanhood is, and that's what I'm telling
And we
you.
just proved that men can also provide care. Go ahead, next.
Everyone can. Everyone can.
My
But
child's
that's my-
pediatrician is male. Next.
So, and either way, that's still my womanhood.
Okay, what's number 2?
So, and then number 2 would be, I would say, just the overall softness of my interaction with the world.
You're not
That's another thing.
soft.
I am soft. I am soft.
All right, how about this? I'm not soft and I'm a woman.
No, you're just rude and obnoxious
That's right. I'm a rude
and
ass
hateful.
woman. I'm a rude adult human female.
And
Yes,
hateful
I'm a rude, hateful
and
adult
disgusting.
human female. Yes, rude, hateful, and disgusting. But still an adult human female. But
Yeah,
Vlad,
and
but that's what I'm
same
trying to
here,
explain
same
to you.
here,
That's what
same
I'm trying
here,
to. That's what I'm trying to explain to
same
you.
here. What are you trying to explain to me?
Being soft doesn't matter because I'm a rude, disgusting, hateful adult human female.
Yeah,
And any way,
I know,
and any
I
way that
know,
adult
I
human
know.
females act is womanhood.
Yeah. So,
Okay,
so,
so you're wrong
so
again.
what's your
Next.
point? No, no, that's my experience
Only
as a
thing that was
woman.
the only thing that was soft was your
That-
balls before you cut them off. What's the third?
Please, you know,
Please.
I'm not going to even go there with you because you
Okay.
like to be disgusting and hateful.
I
So,
am.
anyways,
That's what women
and
can
so
be like
I
that.
already gave you 2 examples, and
What's
then
three?
lastly, the third one is just my interpretation of the world around me.
How do
as
you
a
interpret
woman
the
that I
world
am.
around me?
Well,
Around you?
I don't know. Just like you
Thank you, guys.
interpret the world around you. I interpret around me.
How do you
So,
interpret the world?
Well, as a woman, period.
How do you interpret that as a woman?
Well, you know, like I said, I interpret it the way I see it,
Which
and
is?
I know it's a woman, which is anything how I interpret it. So,
Like what?
like what? What are you talking about? Well,
Oh,
however
Jesus.
you talk about being born a woman, that
I wasn't born a
enables you to
woman.
be
I
able
was
to
born
see
a
it.
girl.
Well, tomato, either way,
It's
it's the
not
same
tomato tomato. A
thing.
girl is an
Yeah,
adolescent
it is.
female
It
human
is.
being.
It
No,
is.
it's not. That's
Well,
what the
either
problem
way,
is.
you're
You guys
talking
think
to a
that women
woman.
and girl is the same. It's not.
No,
Girls
no,
are underage.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. You're the one that's saying that.
You just said. You guys just are fucking gaslighters. You just said it.
No, no, no.
Girls are children. Girls are underage females. I'm not. I was born
I
a girl,
understand that.
and I just
I
graduated to
understand that.
womanhood.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I didn't say that they were the same thing. You're the one
You
who said
did. You said
Yes,
they
you
were the
just
same
did.
I
thing.
did
But
not.
you know what he's pointing
No.
out, Christy? He's pointing out that they are both female.
Envy, are you
Do you
here?
know? Shut up,
Oh my
Derek.
God. Envy
telling
is here. Oh my God.
Lad, this is a
see what I'm saying,
woman to woman
Christy?
conversation. See your balls
Yeah,
out.
so you know
Go
when
ahead.
he was like woman, girl, they are the same thing. He meant, I think he knows that they're female.
Yeah, but he
Women,
thinks
girl,
he's a woman
female.
and he's a male.
Yeah, but
No, I don't
that's the
think
mental
anything. I
illness
am a
part
woman,
coming in.
period. I am a woman, period.
You literally said the three characteristics that you brought up to this conversation men could do.
No, those were just generalization. There's
I need
so
you to
much
tell me
more
what
to
is a
wo-
definitive. Define it.
You guys.
There's so much to womanhood.
It should
I
be
can't def-
easy.
No, it's not. It's not easy because if it was easy, we wouldn't be having these debates, would we?
Well, we
Right?
would because we have just
Right.
delusional men that think that they
Right.
are what we are.
No,
We're not. We're not that.
delusion is someone that doesn't know that reality is what it is, and I'm
That's
very delusional. So thank you,
absolutely
ma'am.
just defined it. Yeah, delusion is just like a false fixed belief.
No,
That's just
not-
untrue.
But you wouldn't know that. But you wouldn't know that though.
Of course, I would know that.
I'm very
looking
grounded in
I'm looking at an
reality.
adult human male with a bad nose job and a shit
No.
wig. Yes.
Oh my
Like he
God!
got stung by a
Really?
bee.
You know, you're talking about my nose job and stuff, but yet you keep asking me for my surgeon's number. So okay,
That's you.
I guess.
Surgeon where?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get your
yeah.
surgeon's number. Tell me where you got your dong cut off so I can get mine also cut off.
Well, you know what?
Dumbass.
So I'll go ahead and tell it. So I went to Bangkok, Thailand. And I had
Oh,
my
you went to the
gender
cock to
reassigned.
get your cock. Bangkok to get the cock cut off. It goes, of course.
I know. It rhymes.
Got
It
some
rhymes,
bangs.
right? Yeah. Okay. So it rhymes.
You went to
So I
remove cock.
I,
Gotcha.
I went to Bangkok to remove a cock. Okay,
You went to
so
remove
there it
cock,
is.
Thailand.
Remove
Yeah.
cock from back. So
Right.
either way,
Are you
so
drunk?
that's where I went
He's
to.
drunk, man.
No, I'm not drunk. No.
Remove cock Thailand is where you got your cock removed. Got it. Yeah, give me
I
that
went to
number so I can go see if they can
Bang-
remove mine also.
Well, you know what? You can go ahead Google online since you're looking online. And
I
read
don't need
everything
to remove my
verbatim.
cock.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
I don't need it
I
to
thought you
remove
had
my
one.
cock.
I thought you had one. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I pushed children out through my cock. Yeah, sure. Gotcha.
Yeah. Oh,
'Cause
you
you
did
know-
IVF. Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah, okay.
2 kids without it. And
Yeah, and you know what IVF entails. So, but either way, I'm not going to go there because I don't
I
want
know
to
what
throw you
IVF
in the
entails.
boat.
What does that even
Yeah.
mean, brother?
Yeah.
You could do
well,
IVF too. You could use your
Yeah.
sperm.
No, I can
You
use
use
my
your
uterus.
sperm.
I can use my uterus.
Your what?
Your what?
Mental he is.
Your
Use your
uterus.
what? No, hold on. Pause.
Go ahead.
So pause right there. So I'm just playing.
No,
I'm just,
pause. Pause.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Mhm.
Use your what?
Well, I was saying uterus, but I didn't mean it. I'm just
Wait,
playing.
what? Don't. Why would you joke about having a uterus?
So I'm not joking about having a uterus. I'm just trying to call
You
him
just
back
said you didn't mean it.
with Kristen. With Christy. Okay, you know what? I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
Okay, right. So,
Okay,
anyways,
I'm sorry.
I still want to know what we
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
get to the bottom of as far as
Yeah,
grape
go ahead.
culture. Hold on, let me go.
Okay.
The part of the issue we're having here is that you're proving the prompt that you perpetuate rape culture because you deceive women and ignore their consent, medically speaking. That's what you're doing. If a woman requests a doctor who's a woman, you walk in and you're a male.
I'm not
That's
a male.
You are
I'm
a
not
male.
I'm a woman. I'm a woman.
Trans women are male, sir.
No, we're women, ma'am.
You're a male. What sex were you born?
We're women.
What sex were you born?
Biologically male. That's
okay.
correct.
So you are a male.
But other than that,
So you
that's
are
where
a
it
male.
stays.
So you
no,
are
no,
a male.
No.
So you are
I'm
a male.
woman.
Okay. So you're a male.
No.
That's where it stays.
Biologically, yes.
You're a
Other than
male.
that, that's it. You know what? What is so wrong if I go in and my resident sees me as the woman that I am? What's
Because
so
it's a
wrong with that?
lie. Because it's a lie. You're lying to people. You're lying to people, and
lying
you're taking
is
away.
whenever I'm telling them something, and I'm not telling them anything. They see me for
If
what I am.
if the person requests a nurse or a medical attendee that is a female, that is a woman, and you go in, that person is under the incorrect impression that the person that they're dealing with is a woman, and you're not. You're a male.
You know what? Honestly and truly, Nate, if I still had a penis, I could see your argument. And I'm not saying that. No. If,
you flipped it inside out. You filet mignon your penis. That's all that you did. You still have a penis. You just flipped it inside out.
No,
you did the hokey pokey and you turned it all the way around. That's all you did. All you did was play the hokey pokey with your penis.
No, there's actually a little bit more that I did to my vagina, but I can't say it on this live.
This is my thing.
No,
the utter
no,
mockery.
I have a vagina. I have a vagina.
No,
Trust
you
me.
don't.
Yes, I do, Christy. I don't care what you
You have a fucking
say.
slot. You have a
I
slot
have a
like they have in
vagina.
slot machines at Atlantic City casinos. You have a fucking slot in there.
Is that what you learned from Nate? Because you like to copy him. You want to be like
men
Nate.
can stick their
You know,
dongs
honestly, I
You have a
respect
dong
Nate
slot.
a lot more than you, actually.
You have a
if I had to
dong
be
slot.
honest.
A slot for dongs.
You know,
That's
at
what you
least
have.
Nate has education. He has a really good talk.
She's just as educated as I am.
You're actually sitting on panels openly saying that you don't allow women to consent, and you think that I'm going to afford you respect?
I never said anything about anything. You're the
I
one
have
that said
recordings.
that.
I have recordings. Don't fucking lie. You have a cock slot.
They'll show that I'm consistent. They'll show I'm consistent.
You're consistently you're consistently deceiving women. Yes, you're right. 100%.
No. I'm consistently just being myself.
You
and
can
that's
be
all it
yourself,
is.
and you're still deceiving people. You're being yourself, deceiving people. You're right.
No, I'm being myself, and that's all it is.
The cock slot is not a vagina.
Cock slot, really?
Cock
if
slot
that's
is
what
not
you
a
want to call.
It's
Well,
not.
trust me, she functions almost just like a vagina, except she don't give birth
He
and
does
she
not.
doesn't menstruate.
So it's just a hole that men can stick their dongs in.
Well, who said I
They can
even
do
did
that to your
that?
mouth.
Who
They can
even
do
said
that
I
to your
did that?
booty hole. They can do that to your booty hole.
You want to be
hold on.
disgusting? That's right.
Let me just.
They can do it to your butt, and they
one
can do it to
second.
your mouth.
I want them to wish you happy birthday, y'all. Tomorrow's my sister's birthday. Come and say hi before you leave. My sister's leaving. No, but you won't be here. You have school. Come. But this is a real woman, by the way, lady. You can just say hi. So she's gonna be.
Hi, Naomi.
You're gonna be.
Well, she's looking at one too.
She's gonna be
She's looking at
17
another
tomorrow.
word woman.
All right, you want the key? The key's on the. Oh,
What up, lad?
Christy, you're got a
just got a
lifeline. Seriously? Do you see? Can we get L TikTok in chat? TikTok just censored Christy and gave her a violation for speaking the whole fucking truth.
She's not speaking the truth. She's just being.
She is
disgusting,
speaking
hateful.
the truth.
She's being hateful.
She is. She's speaking the truth.
Hateful.
She's speaking the
She
truth.
is.
She's
being
speaking
hateful.
the truth.
Nate, she is. You know, please
How
don't
is
defend her
she
like that.
hateful? How is she
Just the
being
thing-
hateful?
How she described my vagina, how she
It's
describes
not-
our
but it's
community.
not.
She is. She's being hateful, Nate.
No, it's
You know-
not.
Nate, honestly and truly, I like
Christy,
you a
hold
lot.
on. Christy,
Nate,
I have to
Nate.
wait 10 minutes before I can bring you up. You have another account,
right,
Christy,
all right.
that you
Nate.
can use?
Nate.
Come up with a
I
different
really-
one, because it's going to keep giving me live visibility restrictions if I keep you up. You're
Nate,
the one that's hateful to women.
No, I'm not being hateful to anybody. And not only that, I fall under the category of woman. So
No,
first
you
of all,
don't.
yes, I do. Yes, I do, Nate. Yes, I do. My experiences, my pain, my struggle, I earned my right to be here. And for you to come on this live
Give
and
us
say
one.
that,
Okay, hold on. Pause.
What?
Give
Go
us
ahead.
one struggle that you face as a woman that no man can experience.
being listened to, being heard.
Oh God.
You're laughing, but it's the truth.
Did everyone hear that?
Yeah, it's the truth.
Did we
Being
all hear
ignored
that?
by the male gender.
Fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Bro, you know what's ironic?
Are you
women,
joking?
You have women.
So
You're
it's so funny.
Wait,
No,
lad,
it's so
you're
funny.
actually
No.
doing- You're actually not
it's so
listening to
funny.
women up here.
I'm
You
telling
fucking
you
weirdo.
my experiences, and then all of a sudden, because it's not doesn't fit your definition,
While you're
or because
ignoring
it's coming
women,
from
while
me,
you're
all of a sudden you
ignoring
want to
women.
say
While
you
you're
want to say that it's
ignoring
not
women.
true.
While you're ignoring women, you're saying this.
No,
Fuck
you're just
off.
being hateful. No, fuck off
Fuck
you.
off.
No, you same to you.
You're
Back at you.
actively
Back
not
at
listening
you.
to women. You're not listening
Back
to
at
women.
you.
You don't
Back
even
at
listen
you.
to your own clients.
Ridiculous.
Thank you! Yes!
What I just said, yes.
Thank
don't
you!
listen.
What is
You
it?
don't
They're the
even
ones that
listen to
ask for my
What
help.
is he talking about?
So let me tell you. So one weekend I took off. I took off one weekend because I had a lot of PTO time. When I came back, the nurse told me, she goes, girl, she said, what do you have over your residence? I said, what do you
the
mean?
nurse called you girl.
Because that's what I am.
Just had to
Because what
throw
is
that
what?
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what she said.
Yeah.
You want me to be honest? You want me to be honest on this panel? So that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So either way, Nate. So like I said, so she goes, girl, what did you do to your residence? I said, what are you talking about? She said, before I walked into the room, they said, where's Miss Lede? Where's Miss Lede?
Miss,
Every room
you
she
see how
went.
they call you Miss? Because they think you're a woman and you're actually a fucking man.
Thank you.
That's why they're calling you Miss. They think you're a woman and you're lying to them.
Yep. Could you imagine? And you're actually chanting like that's something good to do. What's PTO stand for? Penis to opening?
What would you? I want to know what you. I can't, Chrissy.
Take your personal time off.
This is a
and
thing.
fuck off.
And he left.
What a
Do you see
joke.
what I'm talking about? And then when
What
I
a
highlight, let me look in the comments. The person who was up here, no, he's back. The person who was up here before who was saying trans women don't perpetuate great culture. This man is lying to his medical clients and telling them, no. My turn. You are lying to your medical clients. You are practicing medical deception by having your patients think that you're a human female when you're actually a male. You are the group of trans women I'm talking about. You're part of that group of people
you're not.
that I'm talking about.
Not.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
You literally
I'm
are.
just being a woman that I am. I'm a
You're
woman
not
that I am.
a woman.
So, yes, I am a woman, Nate.
You
Whether
don't
you
even
wanna
know
accept
what
or
it
not,
means.
I am a woman.
You don't even know what it means to be one. You don't know what a woman is.
Because
have
I won't subject to your stereotypes.
You have
the same stereotypes that you said that we perpetuate. Because I won't tell you all of a sudden I'm sexist, right? That's what you're saying.
It is.
It's what you
Womanhood
are.
is not stereotypes. You are sexist.
Being myself and living as the woman that I am does not make
You know
me
what's so
sexist.
ironic? Let me clock something. We all type clock it in
Go
chat.
ahead.
Let me clock something really quickly. You trans people have this funny way of telling people that you're being yourselves when your literal existence is dedicated to trying to be something that you're not. It is the most ironic thing in the world.
Who said I'm trying anything?
You trans people always say, I'm just trying to be myself.
Who said I'm trying anything?
Everything that you've done in your life as a trans person is to be something that you're not. What do you mean you're being yourself?
I'm being myself.
No, you're
And
not.
just
You're
because-
trying to be
just
something that you're not.
Because my residents see me as the woman that I am doesn't mean that I'm lying to anybody.
Yes, it does.
They just see me as the woman that I am.
They see you as
just
something
because
that you're
you
not.
don't see that. That's your problem. That has nothing to do with me.
Whatever you're
If you wanna
selling,
be-
we're not. Whatever you're selling, we're not buying it.
This panel's
Send
not
it back.
buying. So let's get that. This panel's not buying.
You absolutely
just wanna
have a
be-
man. Listen to what's happening here.
Christy,
you have a man in
Christy,
2026.
just because
Shut up. You have a man in
No, you shut up.
2026
You
sitting
shut
here
up.
saying that women don't have to consent. This is what the conversations that we have to have. And then we have to overtalk them because we have to sit here and explain to them why women should be able to consent while they're sitting there going, I'm living my authentic self. I'm a woman.
That's a man.
You're a
I am a
joke.
woman, Christy.
You don't know what the
you're a
word
joke.
means. You don't know what the word means.
No, I know what it is because I live it every day.
What is it? What is it?
You Google it since you want to know so bad. You
Adult
Google
human
it.
female? Adult human female? Is that what you are?
No, a woman.
Oh,
that's
okay.
what I am.
So you're not
I'm
an
a
adult
woman.
human female. Yeah, woman doesn't mean anything when you don't know what the word means to me. I have my own definition. What's yours again? Nothing?
Well,
you have nothing to say about it.
Go to Google. That's my definition. Go to Google.
All right.
So
let's
you're a woman
Google it.
because I can go to Google.
Hey,
Google
if that's
it.
what if that's what you want to say, go right ahead.
Let me Google it. Y'all want to
Yeah,
Google it?
Can we
Let's
get?
Google
Can we
it.
get? Yeah,
Google-
Google it. Can we get a
Google
PTO in
womanhood.
chat? PTO
Yeah,
in chat,
Google it.
please.
PTO.
Let's
PTO.
let's Google. Let's Google. Okay. Are we all ready to Google? Let's Google it. Hold on. Let me
Yeah,
just pull
let's
it up on the
Google.
screen.
Let's
Yes, of
Google.
course.
Everyone, Google. Google.
Okay. Let me put this all the way at the top.
Yeah.
Y'all can see.
Yeah. And
Where
don't be
is it?
surprised that my picture pops up.
Your picture is not going to pop up. I didn't type in
No.
man.
It will.
I typed woman in, not man.
Being a type delusional.
Well, if you type in man, it for sure won't pop up, Nate.
Yeah. Not only are you a man, you're
You
also
see how
not
he
funny.
thinks it's you see how he thinks it's a joke?
No,
You
no,
see
no,
that?
no. No, because you all are a joke. That's why.
You're
Well,
a
anyway,
man
go
medically
ahead.
deceiving.
Go
As a
ahead.
matter of fact, let me bring up Serena. Serena request, because this actually proved the point. Request Serena. I want two trans women up here because Serena was up here last time saying that I was dehumanizing trans people by saying what I was saying, and this is the kind of grape culture and the nasty behavior that this community goes along with, and Serena doesn't want to address it. And guys, prepare for the behavior from Serena. By the way, it's gonna be I'm a woman and this is naturally how I talk.
I was about to ask if that's Serena.
Prepare for the voice. Yes, that's Serena, right? So, anyways, let me pull up the definition from Google. You told us to Google it. Let's Google it for you. 1 minute.
Yeah,
please.
Google it. Google it, please.
Yes, we're gonna Google it.
Yeah.
One second.
Okay. Okay.
All right. One second.
Yeah.
Woman.
Woman.
Okay. All right. We're just gonna get this. I forgot how to bring this thing across. All right.
Laz, shut up. You're not even funny.
Right, like
Chrissy, you're not even funny. You're offending. Now Nate's funny. You're not. You're just offending.
okay.
You're
right,
trying
Uncle.
to be a protege of him.
The
You're
aim
trying to be
here
a
is not to
protege.
be funny. That's not the aim. The aim is not to be funny. Also, y'all, can we tap to 100K likes, please, to protect the live because obviously the people are in here reporting. So let's tap the screen. Hold on. I'm trying to get this this image up onto the screen and it won't show up.
So what would happen, Manday? What would happen if your clients found out that you were actually male, and they told you how violated they felt? What would you do then?
Honestly, I had one resident ask me if I was.
Anyways, woman equal. What is it? What was it saying, y'all? Can we all type what we see here on the screen?
Adult female human
This
being.
is the good. It's the first thing I type in woman on Google. So a woman is what, y'all? T told us to Google it, by the way. So we Googled it.
She.
No, he.
Yes, she.
You told us
Nate.
no. You told us to Google it. It's looking you in the face. Look. It's dancing you dance around. No, look.
So I'm a woman.
It
So
says
what
adult-
difference is it?
No, you're not female.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's
Well,
define.
that's what.
Let's get female for you then, since you're also
Yeah.
confused about that.
Yeah. No, nothing confused here. Trust me, Nate.
Female. Okay. All right. Can y'all see? Should have popped up. All right. There we go. Other denoting the sex that can bear offspring or produce eggs, distinguished biologically by the production of gametes over that can be fertilized by male gametes. Okay. So you're not of the sex that produces large gametes. Do you denote the sex that produces large gametes?
I don't denote anything. All I'm saying is that.
Wait. So
I'm a
how are you
woman. That's all
female?
it is.
Wait. So how are you female?
Because of my experiences, how I
No,
interact with the world.
definition
Well,
of female.
You're
No.
asking me.
The
You're
definition
asking
of
me. You're asking.
the definition of female is not an experience. It doesn't say that. It's not defined as an experience. It's defined as a state of being. It says, over denoting the sex that can bear offspring or produce eggs, distinguished biologically by the production of gametes over that can be fertilized by male gametes. Guess what it says?
It's looking at biology. It's not experiencing anything else. So yes, that what it's saying is
right. So you're not an adult human female.
So I'm not classified as a female. That's correct because
okay, great. So hold on. Wait. So hold on. So if a woman, let's go back. If a woman is an adult human female and you're not a female, what are you then?
I'm a woman.
A man? No. You
No,
you
no,
said
I'm
to
a woman.
Google. You
No,
said
no,
to
you're talking
Google.
about
No, 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 no,
biology. You're
no.
talking
You
about biology.
said
No,
to
no, no, no,
Google.
yes.
You said
No.
no.
Yeah.
You said to Google what a woman was. A woman is an adult human female. We just pulled it up for you because you said that you were relying on Google. That's what you said. We pulled it up for you, and it says a woman is an adult human female. You just agree that you're not a female, you're a male. So if you're not a female, then you can't be an adult
Biologically
human
male.
female. Well, that's the only.
No, that's correct because I'm classified as a male because I have X and Y chromosomes. But other than that,
Okay.
I'm a woman. I'm a
No, hold
woman.
on. So hold on. So what?
A woman is different from female.
Google does no. The Google you said you told us to Google it. Google doesn't say a woman is different from female.
Well, you're just looking at one definition. There's
Okay,
many
show me
definitions.
another definition that does not involve female. Can I see one, please?
Well, I don't know. You keep looking, you'll be able to find it.
No, this is your. You tell me where to look because you're the pro trans person.
No. I'm just myself. That's all I'm saying.
No, you said that. You said that you're.
No, I'm just myself. I'm just myself.
No, you're
a
not.
Woman.
You're everything but
yes,
yourself.
I am. I'm a woman.
No, you're a man.
am. No, I'm a woman.
You're a man claiming to
I'm
be
a
one.
woman. No,
You're
I'm
a
not
man claiming to be
anything.
one. So
not claiming anything
just to
if I am.
clarify, do you guys
Yes.
see how every day these pro-trans people tell us that trans people aren't denying their biology? Do we not hear it all the time, Envy? No, we always on live and they say trans people aren't denying their biological sex and gender
Who's
and
denying
sex
their
are different.
biology?
They always.
I have X and Y chromosomes, Nate. I have X and Y chromosomes. I understand
Your
that.
community tells us all the time that trans people aren't denying their biology, and yet here you are denying your biology.
No, I never said that. You're the one that's saying that. You're the one saying.
You
All I
said
need now is for you to put all on your.
you said that a woman was an adult human female. You, sir, are not an adult human female. You are an adult human
I'm
male.
a woman. I'm an adult female woman.
You're not.
I'm a
You're
woman.
not a female.
Yes,
No,
I'm a
you're
woman.
not.
I'm a woman.
Are you
I'm a
female?
woman.
Are you female?
Female is biologically X and Y.
You said
XX.
that you said that a woman was a
XX.
female. You agreed that a woman was a human female. If a woman is a human female,
No, I just
then
said
you're
you,
not a
you
woman.
Google. I just told you to Google.
1 second, please. Can I get your age, please? Mike Mitchell?
44 male.
Okay, do you agree or disagree with the prompt?
Are they a woman? No, that's a man, dude.
Okay, we agree. Looking for disagreeers. Right, back to you now, sir. Right, as I was saying, your understanding of woman excludes yourself. That's what we're trying to explain to you. You're not getting it.
No, it's not that I'm not getting anything. I'm a woman. I know I'm biologically classified as a male, Nate.
Okay, so if you're biologically classified as a male and a woman is an adult human female, would you be a woman then? No.
That definition only includes biology. There's so much
Okay, can
more
I get
definition.
so can I get the non-biological definition, please?
Well, there was a really good one. I want to say, I could be wrong, but I think it was the Oxford one where it had both biology, but it didn't negate biology, but it also had social experiences, self-identity, things like that. I can't remember
All right, so
offhand, but
let's see then.
yeah, go ahead.
All right, let's see it. Let's
Yeah.
see. And you see how they lie, guys. You see how they lie in order to.
What am I lying? Nate, please don't.
Hold on.
Don't
It's okay.
degrade me
It's
like
okay.
that.
It's okay.
Don't-
We're gonna
don't
go to
act like
Oxford.
Christy.
It's
Don't
okay.
act like Christy.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm just saying, don't act like Christy.
It's okay.
That's all I'm saying.
No, nothing wrong with acting like Christy. Don't be Christy in chat.
No,
Anyways,
Christy's hateful. That's why she got kicked off.
Christy's hateful. You're so hateful. You don't
I'm
respect
right
women's
here,
content.
bitch.
All right.
Well, you're,
Yeah, and a
you're
different
man
profile
hands all
name.
over vulnerable women. What are you talking about?
vulnerable women. Oh my goodness. I know
Nick,
why
did
you
you
go
know
around.
some of his clients actually have dementia?
What?
I find it so
Did you know
disgusting
that?
how you in
No,
the medical
I find
field
that-
Dumb.
I
are
find it
literally
disgusting how
hiding the
you
fact that you're
think
a
that
man.
because no one's a man. I'm a woman, period.
You're a fucking man.
I'm a woman, period.
I'm in the medical field
I'm
too,
a
and
woman.
it's disgusting
Yeah,
how
yeah.
you, as
How
a
you can hide
trans
behind
woman,
your screen name and think that I'm disgusting. You're the one that's
You are.
disgusting.
you are.
Perpetuating this hate like
You're a
Christy and
biological
Envy.
man. You're a man. Get it through that.
Biologically
like, through your thick
classified as
head.
a male. There's nothing thick here.
You're
I'm
a
a
man.
woman, period. I'm a woman.
You shouldn't
period.
be a nurse. You should be in a different field because there's no way that you, as a trans woman, as a man,
A woman who
are straight
happens
up
to
lying
be
to people.
transgender.
It's
What am I
disgusting.
lying? Am I going around telling people anything? No, I'm just being myself, period. And they see me as
Yeah,
the
by
woman
cutting
that
your
I am.
schlong off and by turning into a fucking
Oh,
coin slot. Like,
slot.
be
A
real.
coin slot. Oh, really? Now we want to resort to name calling. Okay.
That's
Okay.
what it
Yes,
is,
because
Look at
though.
all
that's
the
what you
women. Look at all the
did.
Yeah,
women.
that's
Look
what
at all
y'all
the
want
women
to call
angry
it.
at you. Look at all the women pissed off at you because you don't let them
They're
consent.
just
You're
I'm
still
a
sitting
they're
nurse.
there.
just like
I'm a
you.
registered nurse, the same as you, and it's disgusting.
And I
But you're in
just
the
deal
same
with
field
other
as me.
registered nurses. I deal with other registered nurses, and they don't say the same thing that you're hateful ass and
Because
Chrissy's hateful
because
ass
you're
and Envy
straight up
hateful
lying
ass.
to them.
What am I lying about if I'm just myself?
You're not a woman.
I am a woman.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Do you know who's a
And
woman? Me, Christy,
me,
and Envy.
me,
They are
me,
women.
Christy, and Envy. We're women. Yeah, you're right.
No.
Me, Christy, Envy.
Please stop lying to yourself. Please.
Nobody's lying to myself. Period.
Stop being so delusional.
No,
Like I feel like you
you
need to go
stop
see
being so
therapy.
hateful.
I feel like you
And
need
what
to
do you
go
think I
like
did
do
before I
something.
got to where I'm at now? You think I just automatically took a hormone and said I was a woman? No, this took a process.
You
Okay?
haven't gone anywhere. Where's the
Exactly, a lying
process?
process.
Well, I'm here. You saw me.
A delusional
Where have
process.
you gone? Hold on, Melly. Where have you
Yeah,
gone?
go ahead.
Where have you gone?
Not physically anywhere, but I'm just talking
Okay,
about
great. So
socially.
then there is
Yeah.
no process. There is no process.
Yeah, there is a process. Yeah, there is a process.
A process to do what?
To bring out the woman that I am.
Okay, what's that process? Explain it to us.
What? Oh, you want a dictionary, like a step-by-step process?
No, yeah, give us a step.
What do
Yeah. By the way, I pulled up the definitions. By the way, the definitions. No, the definitions here all involve the word female. So, you said Oxford says something to do with identity. All of these definitions include the word female. A female member of a workforce, a female person associated with a particular place, activity, or occupation. This is a circular one. A disrespectful form of address to a woman. A female person who is paid to clean someone's house. These are all females.
Well, I mean that encompasses a lot of things. That doesn't negate
No,
the fact
female
that
doesn't include
trans
you.
women are women.
No, it does because
yes, it does.
because you're
Nate.
not female. All the definitions here say that women are female. You're not a
so
human
we can,
female.
We can agree that a female means biologically X and X chromosomes. Yes,
You
I do
said-
agree with that.
you
Exactly,
said-
because of biology.
You said
Because
that a
of
woman was a
biology,
human
yes,
female.
female.
You
But I'm
said that
talking
a
about
woman
a
was an adult
woman.
human female.
I'm
No.
talking about
You
a
said that a
woman.
woman was an adult human female.
No, you said that.
No,
said
you
that.
asked us to Google
I just
it.
told
You
you.
said
I just told you to Google it.
We asked you what a woman was, and you said Google is what we should look at to figure out what a woman was. That's what you said, and you said your picture was going to come up. I don't see a man with a 3-inch lace wig sticking off his head on this hair. This says adult female human being, which does not include you. Okay. So yet again, how exactly are you a woman? Sir? How are you a woman?
It's man.
It's sir.
man.
It's definitely sir.
No, it's man.
It's
No,
definitely
it's man.
sir. It's definitely
man.
sir. It's definitely
man.
sir. It definitely
It's
sir.
man. You know, honestly and truly, Nate, I like you a lot. I really do. I think you're
Do
very
not
smart,
like
and I
me.
think
Do not like me.
Yeah, I do. Well,
I
do.
implore
I do.
you.
I do.
I implore
I do.
you to not
I do.
like me. Don't
No,
like me.
I do.
Don't
I
like
do.
me. No.
I do.
No.
I do.
Please don't.
Yes, I do. Yes, I
Don't.
do.
Don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
Yes, I do.
Not interested.
Because I respect some. Yeah, what color? Well, either way, I do. And just the fact that you have your opinions and you're able to express them, I think that's very
I
nice.
say
and
the
stuff.
exact same things that Christy does, and you don't like Christy because she's a woman, because you hate women.
But-
although you
but
want
no,
to be one.
no.
That's the funny part.
I'm not trying to be anything if I
You
am.
are. You're.
So,
You're
no.
not. That's
If
the
I am,
point.
I am.
Your
I am.
entire
That's the
life
point.
existence is dedicated
No.
to trying to be a woman.
No, I'm not
It
trying
is.
to be anything. I'm just myself. I'm just
You're a
myself.
man. Yes, you're a man. Exactly.
No, I'm a woman.
You don't know what a woman
I'm
is.
a woman,
sir.
Nate.
You don't know what a
Please.
woman is.
I live it every day.
And here's
I live it
the
every day.
thing. You guys think that
No,
by
no, go ahead.
repeating, yourself over and over that it makes it true.
You
That's the other
repeat
thing.
yourself. You repeat
I'm
yourself.
repeating the truth, and I can actually explain to you where I'm coming
So
from.
if I
You
repeat the
have
truth,
not-
all of a sudden you want to say that I'm wrong?
Your definition
Because
your description of what it means to be a woman did not include yourself. You said that a woman was an adult human female. You told me to Google it. It's right here. It's what it says a woman
no,
is. No, you
I did
told
not
me to
say that.
Google it.
No, I
Sorry,
said if you
people in
want to know
chat,
what
did
a
he
woman
not tell me
is,
to Google it?
did
Did he
she
not
not
tell me
say
to?
that if you want to know what a
You
woman is,
told
then
me
you
to
need to
Google
look
it, and I
on
did.
Google it.
You told
You
me
need
to
to go on Google it.
You
You need to
told
go on Google it.
you told me to Google it, and it says an adult female human being. You agree that you're
There's
not a
many
human?
sources. There's many sources
Okay,
to being
give
a
me
woman.
then give me the other source then. Let's look it up.
No, you look it up. You're the one
This is
asking
your
about.
claim. No, this is what
No,
you're saying. You're saying that there are other sources that
so
back you
so
up as a
so
woman. Tell
so
me.
so so if I'm saying that, then you need to go and find it out for yourself.
No, this is
Yes,
you
you
don't know
do.
how
Yes, you do.
burden of proof works in
Yes, you
debate.
do. Yes, you do.
No, you're the
No,
one making the
yes,
claim. You have
yes,
to prove it.
yes. No,
Look
I don't
at you,
have to prove
so
anything.
delusional.
Oh, delusional.
You
Oh, now you're gonna
are.
call me delusional.
You are.
Oh, come on, Nate. You know you're better than
Do you
that. Come
mean,
on.
come on, you are delusional. You are.
Be better than that. Be
What do you
better
mean be
than that.
better? How about you be better than
What
that and start
what
violating women's medical consent?
So first of all, like I said, and I've said before many times, I go in, I'm a registered nurse, I provide nursing care for everyone. Okay? I am a
You
woman.
provide
I've had
nursing care to, hold on, you
for
provide nursing care.
everyone.
You
For
provide nursing
everyone.
care. You
For
provide,
everyone.
stop interrupting me. You
But
provide nursing care for women in certain instances who do
for
not know.
everyone. For
Stop.
everyone.
Stop. You
Will you
treat women.
stop?
Stop. Okay, can
You
one of my mods,
stop.
can one of y'all mute him, please? 'Cause I'm getting tired of interrupting. Stop interrupting. You give medical treatment. You provide medical treatment to women who are under the incorrect impression that you are a human female. You change your legal documentation and you changed your medical documentation to lie and commit fraud and convince people that you're a human female. You are fooling and deceiving and ignoring women's consent. This is why I say that trans women are perpetuating rape culture, because this is what you do. You deceive people into thinking you're something that you're not, and then you think that it's a good thing.
No, I don't think anything. I'm just living my life. And they see me as the woman that I am. Why is that so hard for you to see?
You're lying to them.
If I told them I'm biologically female, then yes, I would be lying to them.
But if they're
I'm not
requesting
saying
a
that.
woman.
But hold on, you
But
check.
they are
Hold on.
dressing a woman because I
Hold
am a
on,
woman.
stop. Pause.
Okay, go.
If you're
Pause.
not biologically female, why did you change your documents to female?
It's just an overall process that we do to
No.
solidify us.
See, you see how it, you see how it contradicts.
It's the
You
truth.
see how it
No,
contradicts.
no.
Do we see how it contradicts, chat? So trans people are always saying gender and sex are different, right? But you changed your sex on your legal and medical documentation. If woman and female are so fucking different, why did you change your identification from male to
Sit
female?
here and do this to yourself for anybody, ever.
I'm sorry?
I just said what I said.
No, I didn't hear you. What did you
I said,
tell me?
whatever you're doing right here with whoever you're on the phone with, explaining yourself to anybody.
Another man who thinks he's a woman.
Love yourself first and don't ever do that again.
Do you hear that man talking to him? Bring that man right up to the screen. I want to talk to him too.
Well, he just walked off, and he is right. And that's why I typically don't do these debates, because I don't need to explain my existence to you.
We're not asking you to explain your existence. Because we already know what you exist. No, because we already know what you exist as.
Nate,
we already know that you exist as.
Nate, honestly, I
Hey,
like
bring him
you a
back.
lot.
Bring him back.
No.
Bring the
Nate,
man back who was just talking.
No, Nate, I like you a lot, but
I don't want you to like me. I don't want you to like me.
Well, I do. So either way it goes, I don't belong in this debate. Y'all want to, just totally.
You belong. No, hold on. I want you
I'm
to.
gonna go ahead and go.
If you want to run away like you always do, like you try to run away from manhood, you can go be a coward. And at the end of the day, you have proven that trans women, there are people out there who are trans like yourself, who perpetuate rape culture and ignore women's consent. You have no regard for women's consent. You have no regard for women, yet you want to be one. That's the most ironic thing to me about trans women. You guys want to be women so bad. You literally, your existence as a trans woman is dedicated to trying
That's
to be a
not
woman,
true.
and you have no respect for them. You have no respect for women's medical consent.
That's
You have
not
no
true,
respect for
Nate.
it.
That's
And
not
even
true,
in
Nate.
the face of being shown that that's what you're doing, you don't want to admit it. Instead, you try to
You just heard
justify
someone
it.
else tell me not to
There's no
debate you.
accountability.
So he's right. He's right. I shouldn't be on this debate. I really shouldn't.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
take
okay.
care.
If you
Y'all
don't think, I
continue
don't
to
care.
perpetuate hate. I'm just gonna live my life
It's
as
not
is.
hateful. It's not hateful. It's the truth. It's not hateful. It's the truth. And he left, by the way. Didn't drop him. They prove every single day why we can't support that community. People in chat, do you now see what I am talking about? What we are talking about with this community. Malibu, can I get your age?
Yeah, I'm 33.
Oh, another man. Okay, beautiful. All right. So,
is
yeah,
it
you were in the
being a man?
comments. You were in the comments saying that I was transphobic. How am I transphobic? Explain it to
Yeah,
us.
well, so no, I'd like to know what your definition of transphobia is. I mean, because you seem to like I don't seem to see a line where there's a line you can like to actually distinguish what you're crossing. 'Cause-
Sure. Well, a phobia is an irrational fear or aversion. That's what a phobia is, right? And in the case of trans people, it would refer to discrimination, antagonism on the basis of their trans identity. I'm not doing that.
So you're
Nothing
saying
I
that you
said
don't have
is
a fear of them? You don't have aversion?
an irrational one, no.
Okay. So do you believe that people who are homophobic have an irrational fear?
Yeah.
Wait, how?
That's what phobia means. Irrational fear. If you're
tell
homophobic,
me how. How?
If you're homophobic, yeah. If a person, for example, says that gay people should be hung from trees, for example, or gay people shouldn't be alive, things like that would be considered homophobic. Because what you're saying is and there's nothing rational to back that up. There's nothing rational about saying that a person should be unalive for having a particular sexual preference, for example.
So if they say that, so if they just say a slur, they're not being homophobic, right?
That would also be irrational.
Oh,
you're using
wait. So when you're purposely trying to like go against what being trans is, that's not transphobic?
That's not, no, I'm not going against what being trans is. I'm stating the truth about trans people.
Oh, okay. So you're purposely, when they ask you to like say their preferred pronouns, and then you purposely misgender them, even though you know that's literally the guise
it's not
of
misgendering.
what trans.
It's not
being a trans
misgendering, though.
individual is.
It's not
is being
misgendering.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's not
So we're just gonna
misgendering.
overtalk. Okay, got it.
No, well, because
So-
you're comparing
okay.
the usage of a slur to
Rules
using
for
correct,
thee, not for
grammatically
me. Got
accurate
it.
language. You see
Rules
how
for
you
thee, not for me.
Oh, so you just want to talk? Okay, you talk. You
Well,
talk
no.
nonsensically.
I was just responding back to what you're saying, but then you just want to interrupt.
Go ahead and finish what you're saying.
Oh, okay. So yeah. So when you're purposely going against what someone is asking and what is their preference and they ask for, and then you purposely go against it. Like if I were to say that I, as a gay man, I don't want you to call me the F slur, and you decided to call me the F slur, I would consider that homophobic.
One is a slur, one is grammatically accurate language. They're not analogous.
Huh?
You can't compare the usage of grammatically accurate language to a slur.
Okay, so you're saying that like what's the determining factor of that? Like they can't be considered
Yeah,
like
he and
has
him
to be
are
called she, her,
or he and yeah, because they're male. So he and him are pronouns that refer to male humans or animals previously mentioned or easily identified. So he and him are pronouns used for men and boys, and men are adult human males, and boys are adolescent or juvenile human males. Okay.
What about they them?
Therefore,
Why can't you just say they them?
They and them are plural pronouns, and the only time you use the word they in a singular sense is when you don't know the sex of the person that you're talking about, right?
That's not true.
That's literally
That's not true. That's not true
it is.
whatsoever.
That is grammatical accuracy.
Oh, really? When you talk about someone, like I could talk about Envy, and I could say that they actually picked up a book off the shelf or something like that. Doesn't mean that I'm not disacknowledging that she's a woman, but sometimes you can say they, and it's not grammatically
It would
incorrect.
be grammatically inaccurate for you to use the word they in a singular sense to a person whose gender you're already aware of.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true.
It is. I'll pull up the definition of they for you.
Go ahead.
I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to pull it up on screen for you because you're uneducated. Okay. The lack of education with these people is very strange. Now I'm going to pull it up on screen for you, and I want you to read very carefully what's written here. Read.
You want me to read small print that you literally?
I'm going to make it bigger, my nigga. Shut up.
I'm not BIPOC, so please don't call me that. Please and thank you.
Read.
That's still small. Can't read it.
Yes, you can.
The print, it's literally freaking blurry for me. That's not my fault.
Read it.
I literally can't read it.
Alright, just shut the fuck up then. You have astigmatism. Let me read it to you. It says used to the definition of they in the dictionary is used to refer to a person, used to refer to two or more people or things previously mentioned or easily identified. And two is the singular sense used to refer to a person of unspecified gender, which is what I fucking said. So in the plural sense, you use it to refer to plural, more than two people, right? More than one person, sorry. And then the singular sense is when you don't know the gender of the person. Is that not what I said?
Show more.
Is that not?
Show more.
Okay, so now we have to move on.
Can I?
I'm just curious. I'm just curious if there's any other definition. That's all.
Hold on. Even Shakespeare, in his plays, when he didn't want the audience to know the sex of the character, he would announce them as they. This is all historic. This is how we use language.
Right. So yet again, used to refer to a person of unspecified gender, and used to refer to two or more people or things previously mentioned or easily identified. Okay, so I was correct when I said the only time you use the word they in a singular sense is when the person, you don't know the gender of the person that you're referencing. Beautiful? So you don't know anything about grammar. No, that aside, as far as
So you didn't scroll all the way down though. I was asking you to scroll down.
I just clicked show more. I did.
You showed more. You showed the origins in Latin. You didn't scroll down because sometimes past the origins, it shows more.
Oh my God. So hold on. You admit that you were wrong.
No,
because I showed you what it. Because I showed you what it says.
Show me further.
You see? But I thought you said you couldn't read it.
No, I know exactly what.
Okay. No, all right. Hold on. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We know you lied.
Oh
it's
no!
Okay.
See, here's the thing. See, this is where you guys are so immature.
Stop talking. Read. This is what it says.
See, this is the problem with you guys. Is literally I'm telling you.
You see how he won't address the prompt
because of digitalization.
You won't even address the prompt.
You understand how technology works.
Address the prompt.
So you're so immature. You act like a child.
I see how he, she, or whatever
you
it
act
is
like
can't
a
address
child.
it. Sorry, I showed you the source. This is what's left.
Yeah, that's all I asked.
Okay,
didn't deny. I just asked to look further.
So you admit that you were wrong.
Okay, you're immature.
Okay, hold on. So you admit
this is why you lost Lucario.
So you admit Lucario.
Lucario, like
you admit that you lost when you said that persons that what my assessment of they them pronouns was incorrect. Admit that you're wrong. Chat, was I right? I said to you, they and them are used in a plural sense, and the only time you use it in a non-plural sense is when the person's gender is not specified. That is what I said, and I pulled it up for you, and that's what it says. So you were wrong. Now you can shut the fuck up about that, right? So now that we're done with that,
okay. So first things first, I want to address something. Sorry. Just because and first of all, don't be ableist sitting here telling me that I've somehow like eye issues. Sitting here when I'm telling you that all it is digitalization. I'm sorry.
Astigmatism is not a disability. But okay.
Are you serious?
Anyways,
are you serious? Do you not believe that having astigmatism does cause like defects in being able to see? Are you serious right now?
You think by me saying that you have astigmatism because you couldn't read what was written that was very clearly in front of you? That's ableist?
You're so immature.
Is all your vertebrae broken after that reach? And he left. You see what I'm talking about? Y'all, we are victorious again against pro-trans people because pro-trans people can't justify what they believe. They'd rather come up here and call people immature and crash out. He ran away. Can I get your age, please?
18.
Right. Are trans women?
I wouldn't say so. But I don't...
What's your date of birth?
What?
What's your date of birth?
My date of birth?
Yeah.
2008.
How would you be born in 2008 and be 18?
My birthday was 2 days ago.
Doing the math.
Yep, go on.
No?
Yes.
Oh, yes, you would be 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I was
Right.
just like gonna ask, why do you think trans women are sexist?
Why do I think that they're sexist?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they claim womanhood through stereotypes quite often. They think that womanhood is about stereotypes. I think it's about how you behave, how you act, how you dress. Those kinds of notions are sexist. They set women back and they regress them into stereotypes.
Well, I was thinking because one of my friends are transgender, and she's like, she doesn't think like that. She's like really nice person actually. She doesn't sexualize herself or anything. She thinks that men and women should be equal with rights and like everything else. Same jobs, you know, allowed to be paid everything the same, not like degraded. And she's a really great person. She doesn't like dress sexually. She actually stands up for like women as well, for the men that like degrade them and call them like useless.
Okay. And?
Well, just from that, I don't think that every person can be a sexist. That's like transgender.
It doesn't say all trans women are sexist. It's just stating that they're trans women who are.
Oh, well, yeah, I was just gonna say that because I don't really.
Does
agree with
your
them
friend
fully.
use women's spaces?
Sorry?
Does your friend is it your friend's a trans woman, right?
Yeah.
Does your friend use women's spaces?
Like bathrooms.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So he is sexist. So he doesn't have any respect for women.
She does have respect for women.
Then why is he violating their boundaries?
She isn't.
Yeah, it's a male going into women's spaces. That's a violation of women's spaces. That's disregard for women's boundaries.
Well, not really.
It is, right? Women's restrooms are for women. Do you consider your friend a woman?
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, tell us what a woman is. Go ahead.
A woman? Well, an adult female human?
Your friend is not female. Trans women are male.
Well, yes, but
Right, so
as
how are they
long-
adult human females then?
well, the woman, but she's considering herself a woman.
You're saying that a woman is an adult human female. Trans women are not adult human females. They're adult human males. So how are they women?
Well, that's not really, I don't really know, but as long as she doesn't make people
so
uncomfortable.
No, but it is making people uncomfortable. Women don't want males in their space.
Well, no, she looks nothing like a man.
It doesn't matter. You should not be in there. What you look like is irrelevant, right? If I have a customers and I have an employees room or restroom, and there's some customers who look like employees, do the customers got to go into the employees room because they look like an employee?
Well, no.
Why?
But you know how usually
Wait, why?
women.
Wait, why?
What, why?
Why shouldn't a customer who looks like an employee get to go into the employee's room?
Because you
Why
can't
not?
just look like an employee.
You
need
can.
to have.
Let's say I put on let's say it's a doctor's office and I pretend to be a doctor. I put on a doctor's outfit. I'm not a doctor, but I try to look like one. Is that okay? Can I go into the doctor's employee's room?
No, that's a violation of the work.
Why?
Because you don't actually work there.
Exactly. Just like it's a violation of women's boundaries for a man who looks like a woman to go into her space. Bingo.
Okay, but the thing is, at our college, so we have the girls, and they all know that she's trans, my friend, and they say that it's completely fine, and they do not feel like they feel endangered or anything or uncomfortable whenever she's there.
Oh, okay. So if a group of doctors say that it's okay for the non-doctor to come into the doctor's space, even though it violates policy, is it okay?
Well, no, but as long as
Right. So the same thing applies to women's spaces. Just because there's some women out there who are willing to sell out their sex-based rights doesn't mean that it's okay. Right? So let's say 70% of black people said it was okay to bring back slavery. Should we do it?
No, of course not. That's
Why?
insane.
Yeah, but that's what the black people wanted, so why not?
Well, because it's a very horrible thing to do. And
Why?
obviously, racism was a really bad impact on like, the culture.
And sexism has had a heavy impact on women, yet you allow women to be violated by men who think that they're women. So
Well, I don't think she's ever done anything wrong, so
Sorry, what?
I only think this because she doesn't think of herself as like those like other people that you example, like for example Alex Consani, that girl on that person on the image on there, and she actually doesn't officially think herself as a woman. Like, she's aware that she's transgender. She will never actually be a woman. She just like
Yeah, but you're saying trans women are women, so I'm confused.
I kind of said not fully. As long as they fully respect women.
Well, yeah,
right?
but your friend doesn't respect women because your friend violates women's boundaries.
Well, she doesn't.
He does because he goes into women's spaces. Males do not belong in women's spaces.
Well, she's not making them feel uncomfortable.
It doesn't matter. It's a women's space. No men should be in women's spaces.
Okay, I get that, but it's
So
the
then
thing
your
that you say-
friend who is a male should respect women's boundaries and stay out of their spaces.
Well, I don't get it because their boundaries are not that. You're saying
The
boundaries
boundaries
for
are
the people you have
the
not met.
boundaries are for human females. No male should be there. The boundary encompasses all human females. No human males are included.
Yes, but that's not the boundaries for every single person on this planet.
Yes,
Many
it is.
people-
It's the boundary for the space. The boundary is for adult human females. Human females. So
Every
trans
single
women.
person has different boundaries.
The spaces are designated for human females. If a human female doesn't want to go to a human female space, then she doesn't have to. But it does not take away the right to privacy for other human females. What aren't you understanding?
Well, I do understand, yes, but I'm just saying that.
Right,
the
so then
people-
what's the issue?
the
What
issue
isn't
is-
clicking?
The issue is that not every single trans woman is sexist. I wasn't saying that you said all of them. but-
Any trans woman who goes into women's spaces has no regard for women and is disrespecting their boundaries, thus I would consider them sexist. Any trans woman that does that.
All right, well, I get that. Well, I was just going to say that she doesn't always use women's toilets. She also uses...
He should
the
not
sober
use the
toilets.
women's spaces at all.
Yeah, I get it. She uses it like, what, once in a while because...
Shouldn't
whenever
use it
they're the same-
anytime in a while. Like, why do you guys try to like mitigate it in your mind to like make it like to sugarcoat it? Like, you're like, oh, she doesn't use it all the time. He only violates women's boundaries sometimes. Doesn't change the fact that it's wrong. Like, what isn't clicking?
It is clicking. I'm just trying to make my
Right,
point.
so it doesn't matter how many times he or she or whatever it is uses the women's restroom. They should not be using the women's restroom at all.
Right, okay, but that's the thing
Okay,
I'm
but
trying to
what?
say.
There's no but. Why
There
are
is a
you
but.
women? Why are you women such sellouts to your own gender? You're literally placing a male. You're
How
placing
am I
a
doing
male.
that?
You're placing males over women. I'm spitting to you that they should not be in women's spaces. And your response is, well, but my friend only uses the women's restroom sometimes. No.
Yes, I get that.
That's
Yeah,
not
I'm saying-
okay.
What I'm saying, it's that it doesn't matter if the people say, oh, like, blah, 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 she shouldn't be in here. As long
Oh
as
my
you
God.
don't feel uncomfortable with a trans woman in the bathrooms, it shouldn't really be a problem.
Women deserve spaces away from males. Just because there are some males who are okay with it, women, sorry, who are okay with it, does not mean that it is a consent. This is just so confusing to me. No males in women's spaces. You don't get to say that because some women are okay with men violating their boundaries, that not all women have to now be responsible for it. No.
Okay, but she doesn't use the toilets all the time as well. She's also
He
disabled.
should not be using.
No,
both.
I know.
So why do you keep repeating the same thing over and over? He should not be using the spaces at all.
I know.
Can you all type at all in chat? At all. No males in women's spaces at all. This whole thing where y'all are be like, oh well, sometimes my friend violates the women's boundaries. No. Women's space for women only. Very, very, very simple.
Right, at my college, it's free for all, so...
If it's a gender neutral space and it's not a women's space. So that obviously doesn't fit my question. My question was, does your friend use women's spaces? You said yes.
Yeah, only at our college.
No, if it okay. Does the sign on the door say woman?
Yes.
Then your friend should not be in there.
Okay, I get that.
So then, what's the issue?
Yeah, I already first came up on here to say that, like, about the sign that said on there that trans women are sexist and the
Well, your friend has already proven his sexism because we've proven that he has no regard for women and their spaces. So, I mean,
she didn't know that. So,
I'm sorry, who didn't know what?
my friend.
Didn't know that he was going into the women's restroom?
No, he didn't know that they were making their boundaries pushed. As long as
If you're a male and you're going into women's spaces, you know that you are violating women's boundaries. Yes, you do. You're a male.
Yeah, but the thing is, he thought that if he asked all of the people about it and they all felt comfortable, which they all did, because everyone pretty much likes him on campus.
Consent is not transferable. If a white person asks a group of 10 black people, are you okay with me saying the N-word, would you let them do it?
Well, of course not.
Why? They're
Because
comfortable with it.
it's offensive, so
Why is it still offensive?
because it used to be used offensively to black people.
Right,
when
just like
slavery
women.
was
So
okay.
yeah, so just like if you ask 10 women if they're okay with trans women in the women's restroom, even if they said yes, it's still wrong because men historically have been disgusting to women and have oppressed women and they want spaces away from men.
Well, pretty much.
By the way, Mount in the chat, y'all can mute Bim in the comments. Bim is always in the comments and she or he or whatever it is won't request. So if Bim doesn't request, you can mute Bim. I don't really care. Bim is always in my request.
Well, I'll probably start getting to her about that then, because she really thought that it was okay if she asked everyone about it, every single girl.
No. All men out of women's spaces. All males out. It doesn't matter if some of the males feel like some of the women are uncomfortable. No. Is that it?
Well, pretty much. I was just gonna ask, how is she supposed to use the bathrooms for men's if she also feels uncomfortable because she was...
That's not women's problem. That's an issue that your friend is going to have to sort out. Men who feel uncomfortable in the men's restroom are not women's issues. So I don't really care.
Well, he has tried that before, and everyone started saying, "Why is there a woman in here?"
Well, then use a gender neutral space. These are not issues for us to deal with. This is my thing. This is what I like to call trans entitlement. We have spaces that are already allocated for the two sexes in society, and then there are people who want to be the opposite sex, and then they ostracize themselves from the spaces that are designated for their sex, and then they want to go into spaces of the opposite sex, and then y'all cry when you have nowhere to go. You have an option. You just don't want to go there. If you don't want to be in the men's space as a man, that's nobody else's problem but yours. Women are not responsible for you, and women are not responsible for trying to tell you where you need to go, and women are not responsible to allocate you in their spaces. So respectfully, I don't know what to say to your friend. Your friend's gonna have to figure himself out. I don't know what to do. No, that's not anybody else's issue but his.
Well, I guess. Also, why do you call her him?
Because it is a he.
Yes, but anyone can have any pronouns.
That's not true. Males do not use female pronouns.
They could if they want to.
And it would be grammatically inaccurate. And I'm not one for grammatical inaccuracy, so I'm not going to use it.
I'm not saying I'm going to fully support it,
I mean, you keep calling them she, so I'm assuming that you are.
Because I've been used to it. She's been trans for 4 years now. And
okay. That's your choice. That's your choice, not mine though. So you can do that. But it's grammatically inaccurate, and I'm letting you know.
All right. Well,
okay. Is that it?
Yep.
Okay. Y'all see what I'm talking about, by the way? Women who are willing to sell out their own gender for men who think that they are. I'm just clarifying. This is what we see all the time. This is what we see. This person is a troll. I don't know why he wastes my time every time he's up here. Can I get your age?
23.
Hello?
23.
Yeah, what's your issue? You keep requesting and you're not adding anything to my conversation.
Oh no, bro! I just want to answer the prompt as sincere as possible.
No, you're literally just a chaser.
Nah, hell nah, bro. Don't call me no chaser, nah. That's insulting, bro. I don't go for men, bro. I ain't gay.
Okay, do you date trans women?
Bro, that's gay, no.
Okay, are trans women women?
No, but they ain't no damn man either, bro.
What are they?
They something.
What are they?
A damn Loch Ness monster, buddy.
You see what I'm talking about? You see how these people are just so weird? And by the way, he's not a troll because he came up here the other day and he was arguing that trans women are women. He just says something different every time because he realizes that his viewpoint is indefensible. Can I get your age, please?
I'm 19.
Right. Do you think trans women are women?
No.
Okay. Do you disagree with the prompt?
I disagree.
Okay. Y'all know exactly what to type in chat. Why do you disagree?
Because I don't think that applies to every trans woman.
It doesn't
Because
say that. It doesn't say every trans woman.
Yeah, I know that, but
So then, where's the disagreement? Because my prompt doesn't say that we're talking about all trans women.
because
Wait, I'm sorry. Really quickly, guys, we're popular number 3. We're on podium for popular. Why didn't you guys tell me? Y'all. You know, I don't like y'all. What's the point of y'all not tell me? I know Mama Bear did, but nobody else told me. Y'all. Can I get W again? We're podium on popular and we're number 1 in B2. What are you doing? Y'all didn't even tell me. I don't like y'all. I do not like you. Okay. All right, guys. I see how it is. Go ahead, madam.
can you give me an example of what you mean by the sexist things about trans women?
Well, yeah, they think that one, they claim womanhood, and I want to make it clear. I do think that it is sexist first and foremost for any male to claim womanhood. That's already sexist to me, right? Additionally, they think that womanhood is about stereotypes. They think that womanhood is just a social construct. They reduce women to social constructs. Those ideas are very sexist and regressive, and they don't progress women, they regress women.
Okay.
Right.
I
So
guess
that's what I
you're
believe.
right. Like, for real. I should probably get out of here now.
Okay. All right. No problem. Thank you for coming up. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi. Can I get your age?
21.
Okay. Do you think trans women are women?
Yes.
Chaser! Okay. Sorry. Beautiful. I got a chaser. All right. So now we got a chaser. We love a chaser. Can we all type it in chat? We know the type. Okay. Tell us what a woman is, please.
Like give you a definition?
Sure.
Oh, I don't have a definition off the top of my head. I just disagreed with your prompt.
Oh, okay. Right, but sexism is usually towards women. So how exactly do you disagree with the prompt? If the prompt is talking about sexism towards women and you don't know what a woman is.
I didn't say I didn't know. I said I couldn't give you the definition.
Well, you haven't demonstrated that you know. How do I know that you know if you won't tell me? You keeping that definition internally is not going to assist me.
Oh, so I can't disagree with your prompt?
It's very hard for you to disagree because the prompt is about sexism towards women and you won't explain what a woman is. So I'm not sure you can disagree because you haven't demonstrated that you know what a woman is.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess if I'm just going off like a definition, like adult human female.
Wait, but then trans women are not women then because they're not female.
But can't you look at it from women being like a gender identity as well, though?
Well, yeah, define woman in the context of gender identity then.
I mean, I don't have a definition for that.
Right, so then I can't look at woman as a gender identity because I don't know what it means.
What do you mean?
You haven't described what it means for one to have the gender identity of a woman, so I'm confused. How am I supposed to look at it that way if you won't explain?
Wait, now I'm confused because I'm saying like I gave you the
You're
definition.
saying that there's an adult human female, but you can also look at woman as a gender identity. Can you tell me what that gender identity is?
I'm a little lost.
Johnny say woman equal gender identity. Nathan wants to know what Johnny means when Johnny says woman equal gender identity.
Okay, so
Okay.
okay. I think I got you. So if the definition is woman is adult human female, and I say, oh, if they if they identify as a woman, it's like their sense of what their gender is.
And what is the gender?
Like what do you like a woman? So
That's circular then. You can't say a gender identity of a woman is one's internal feeling of being the gender woman.
okay,
Right. So that's not describing anything. I need a further description.
Oh, okay. So
Right.
do
So
we-
a woman is
an adult human female.
then trans women are not women then because trans women are not adult human females. They're adult human males.
Okay, so but what's the issue with them identifying as women?
Right. Yeah. Look, when you talk about identity, when you identify as something, you're stating a fact about what or who you are. That's what identity is. So they can't identify as women. Can I identify as a white man?
You can, but you're not white because that's not your phenotype.
Right. Okay. So then trans women can say that they're women. They can self-identify themselves as women, but they're not women. Okay. So you
That's
agree
fine.
then. So you will. Okay. So when I ask you, if trans women are women, the answer would be no.
I mean, if they identify as a woman, then I would say yes. But that's me.
Oh, so if I identify as a white man, then I'm white.
I mean, to me, no.
Okay. Then what's the difference?
The difference is there's people that I'm not going to speak for all trans women, but there are trans women that identify as women, and
there's white people that identify as black. What's the difference?
Is like you can actually see that those people aren't black.
We can actually see that those persons aren't men. Are women, sorry.
I mean, depending on who you ask, it's not really necessarily all.
Okay, well, depending on who you ask, you could also say that a white person could pass as black.
Sure. Yeah.
Right. So then what's the difference?
It's a difference of, it really depends on that person, on how on their opinion. I mean, not everything is black and white.
That's not my question.
You said, what's the difference?
Yeah, because you're saying that if a person identifies as a woman, they're a woman. But if a white person identifies as black, they're not black. What's the difference?
The difference is public perception as well.
Okay, if I publicly perceive a white person as black, are they black?
No.
Or is my perception just wrong?
Your perception would be wrong, but...
Okay, great. So if I perceive a man as a woman, is he a man or is he a woman?
I mean, if you call them a man, that's fine.
No, that's not my question. If I perceive a man as a woman, is my perception incorrect or correct? People in the chat also answer, because I don't think he's getting this.
So if you perceive a man as a woman, is your public perception correct or incorrect?
Yes.
I mean, I guess if they're a male, I mean, sure, yeah, I guess you're...
Okay, so it would be incorrect. Okay, great. So then them identifying themselves as women is not sufficient, nor is them being perceived as women. So yet again, what's the difference? You're saying trans women are women because they identify as women, which is a circular argument, by the way. But why isn't a white person who identifies as black black?
Because they're not black racially.
Okay, and they're not women sexually.
Okay, I already said.
So then when I ask you the question, are trans women women? The answer is no.
Well, I feel like, I mean, it's me personally. You asked me, and I said if someone identifies as a woman.
Okay, so if a person who identifies as black is white, that a person who's white identifies as black, why aren't they also black?
You asked me for me, right?
Yeah, for you, because
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm saying you have you have an internal inconsistency in your logic. What aren't you tracking?
It's not.
If you committed, I see from your profile picture that you're a gym bro. If you committed this much to if you committed as much as you did to your gym as you did to common sense, you'd be performing a lot better
in this conversation. It's literally about.
It is common sense. We know that white people can't identify. We know that white people cannot identify as black. I know that men cannot identify as women. It's the exact same thing. For some strange reason, there's a trip in the logic there. So I'm asking you, what's the principal difference between those two comparisons? And you're not giving it to me. Because you're saying trans women are women if they say that they are women. So why isn't a white person a black person if they say that they are one? What's the difference?
Because I feel like, so this is all based off of what I think, right? Because I already said the difference is I already conceded to what you said though. That's what I'm saying. Like
then you cannot give two different answers for the same principle. If you concede that the principle follows,
yes,
you cannot,
because you asked me.
Can't give two different answers for the same principle. No, it would be inconsistent.
Okay, well then it's inconsistent.
Okay, then I'm not speaking to you. Bye-bye. You can't admit to inconsistency and then expect me to want to have a proper conversation with you. You're slow. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, can I get your age?
22.
Mama Bear, can I be Mama Bear in chat? Thank you. Let me Mama Bear in chat. All right. Do you agree or disagree with the prompt?
I mean, I disagree, but I'm coming from a place of understanding. I just don't know. Like, I don't see it, you know.
Okay, do you think trans women are women?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, y'all know exactly what the time of chat. We're closing out today with a chaser. All right, go ahead and tell me what you think a woman is. Go ahead.
That's the thing. I just think it has to be self-identifying, because if you look at biology, there's so many exceptions, right? So it's like there's an exception for everything. So there's not one thing that can define a woman. That's what I would say.
What are the exceptions to biology?
Right, looking at chromosomes, there's some that are born with XYs and they're still women.
Biological sex is not defined by chromosomes, so that of course it'd be exceptions, because that's not how it's defined.
Right, but even following the Mullerian pathway, there's also exceptions to people that don't follow.
It's not just Mullerian pathway, so that's also a mischaracterization of the definition. The person is either of the person. Okay, so to be female, you would need to be of the sex that produces large gametes, or primarily denoting the sex that produces large gametes. So you either produce large gametes, or you possess a reproductive strategy or pathway or reproductive anatomy that chiefly denotes the capacity to produce large gametes or bear offspring. That's what female means.
Okay, so what would be like what would be the distinction that you think every woman should have?
All women all women are of or primarily denoting the sex that produce large gametes or bear offspring. That's what all women are. All women are adult human females.
No, yeah, exactly. But that's the thing, like the term female, again, it can fall under these reproductive organs we're talking about. Like there's always an exception.
Yeah, give an exception to that definition.
I can't look it up, but we can look it up together. There's like
together. This is your claim. I'm not doing it with you. You tell me what the exception is.
Oh yeah, well, sorry, I forgot the names, but I saw a lot of them that was like with the chromosomes and people not following like the
like what?
Yeah, I mean I don't remember, so I guess yeah.
So you don't know. All right, beautiful. So next.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean I don't remember. So
okay, great. So then, what's your definition of woman now?
Well, I'm just saying in a pragmatic sense. I just don't understand why. You know,
I'm not talking about pragmatics. I'm talking about your normative usage of the language. When you say woman, what do you mean? Before we talk about the applicability of the language, I'm not talking about linguistical applicability.
Okay, so what do I mean when I say woman? Like in a normative sense, I would just say someone that looks like a woman. That's the thing. Like
that's circular. You can't say a woman is someone who looks like a woman. That's not describing anything.
I mean, I guess. I mean, that would be it. There's nothing more I can say.
You're not describing anything. You're just repeating the word.
It's because that's the thing. I don't think even being a woman, like, can I put it this way? Like, for example, the conversation we see a lot.
I'm sorry. Just pause. Do y'all see how they erase women? Like, because they can't include trans women, they just make the entire category of woman obsolete. Do you see what they do, chat? Do y'all see what I'm talking about? I just want to note it. Continue.
I just think I'm just trying to understand, right? I think you're being...
You think I'm being what?
Like saying, oh, you see what they're doing, this and that.
No, but you're proving my point. You guys make women obsolete because you can't include trans women. You're struggling to include trans women, and now what you're doing is you are, because you just said you're not able to. You said that you're unable to. You're finding much difficulty in defining women in a way that actually includes all women. You're having an issue doing that, and so you just feel like, okay, well, woman doesn't need to be defined. It's just like, I just don't know what it is. How would your
Well-
mother feel if you told her you can't even describe her own existence? That's really sad. I can't lie. The woman who brought you into this world, that's sad.
Yeah, you don't need to do the emotional,
It's not This is literally fact. Like, the fact of the matter is, I'd feel. How many women in here would feel hella bad? How many women in here have sons? How would you feel as a woman if your son came to you and said, "I think a man can be what you are, and I don't know how to describe your existence"?
Okay, you can appeal to.
I'm just asking the women in the comments. I'd feel very weird if I had, if I had a son who said that. If I was a woman and I had a son and my son told me that he doesn't know what a woman is, even though he's really talking to one, I'd be quite sad. As a woman, I'm pretty sure women would feel quite disrespected. So
No, and I understand what you're saying, but the thing is, like, if you look at it with the example I would give, it's like even like people, the conversation about trans women using women's spaces, for example.
But how am I supposed to discuss women's spaces with you when you don't know what a woman is? When you talk about women's spaces, who are you talking about?
Because again, this is the thing. Like you said, it's hard for me to like include, but it's harder for me to exclude someone. Because that's the thing. When I see a person, it's hard for me to determine if they have all these things that you think that identify them as a woman. Like if I see someone that looks like a woman from the usual normative like phenotype.
Okay, what does it mean to look like a woman?
Have more feminine, like really feminine characteristics. Like
okay, there's the sexism. So you're actually proving the prompt. That's the sexism that you have. You have to be sexist in order to include trans women. Are there masculine women?
Yeah.
Okay. Are masculine women still women?
Yeah.
Right. So presenting as feminine is not what makes a person a woman.
I know. That's saying I'm me. That's why I said like what
I'm saying your perspective is sexist. You cannot say that persons are women because they're feminine. Not every woman is hyper feminine. There are masculine women and there are feminine men. Okay. So that kind of thought process is sexist. And that's what the kind of thought process trans women use. And you're a man up here supporting trans women who's also pushing that narrative. You're proving my point. You're proving what's written on the screen.
But I'm not trying to push anything. I'm really trying to, I'm open to changing my mind.
I don't care what you mean to push. I'm telling you what you are pushing though. So regardless of whether or not you intend to do it, it is still what it is. It is still sexist when you say that being a woman means you look feminine.
Right. I agree.
Right. So maybe you should abandon that thought process instead of continuing to perpetuate it and continuing to argue it, because you're arguing it.
Yeah.
Right. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, what is a woman? Because we're still talking about women's spaces, and you don't know what a woman is.
Yeah. I mean, when I even heard your definition, I still don't understand how that changes from like. Again, yeah, I don't know the exceptions by name, so yeah, I guess that's the conversation ending. But I would just ask this: like, if you see someone walking like this is my example that I just don't understand to like a woman's restroom. How do you know if they're a woman or not? In that,
I'm not always able to tell, which is why I implore people to exercise social honesty. Okay. So stating that I'm not always able to tell the sex of the person entering the restroom is not an argument for trans people to violate women's boundaries. Okay. The fact of the matter is, trans people know what sex they are. I know what sex I am, and everybody knows what sex they are. Right. So instead of leaving it up to people to tell whether or not you are a particular sex, maybe you should exercise something called honesty, social honesty. Be an integrous person and don't go into spaces you know you're not supposed to go in. Even if you're practicing sex deception. That's what I'm trying to say. But y'all ain't ready to hear that. Y'all just want to keep asking people how we're supposed to tell. If trans people are these beautiful angels that y'all make them out to be, why aren't they being honest about what their biological sex is? A trans woman knows that he's male. That's the reason he's trans in the first place. He knows that he's a male. So if he's a male, I shouldn't have to tell that he's a male for him not to go into the women's restroom. He knows he isn't a male. So maybe he should have respect for women's boundaries.
I mean, yeah, I can agree to that perspective. I'm just, like, again, that's why I brought like a pragmatic sense. Like, in reality, it doesn't really matter, like, this conversation.
Reality does matter. It does. Because recognition of reality is how we organize women and men's spaces.
So you think by having this, you're going to create more social, like, honesty, per se?
Well, social honesty has never really been a high issue until now. We have more and more trans people coming out, and we have more and more trans people going into opposite sex spaces. People need to exercise social honesty.
Okay.
That's all
Even
it
if
is.
okay, that's okay. I can agree to that again. That's fine.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah, again. I wasn't
Okay.
here to argue.
Right. Thank you for coming up. Let's see here. And of course, Lady is back in the guest request again.
Hey, can you hear me?
Unfortunately.
Oh, unfortunately.
Can you turn that off or down or whatever it is?
So I'm outside now. So can you hear me?
It's still loud.
Oh man. Oh my goodness. It's just the music around here.
Are you going to move away from the music?
Okay, I'm trying to, Nate. Let me see. Let me get over here. Nate, we can go. Continue our little conversation. How about this? Can you hear me now?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. So this is as quiet as I can be.
Okay, what is it?
I don't know. I just came on here just to say that I don't agree with the prompt. Now, there is good and bad in every community, yes. So, can you hear me, Nate?
Yes.
How about this? Let me disconnect.
Yeah, you do that. Anyways, y'all, it is 4 o'clock. We're going to go ahead and sign off for the day. Alright, guys, so I love you guys so much. I will see you all tomorrow for the hosting. Later tonight, we'll see if we can get some field trip debates going. Thank you, Spicy. Appreciate y'all. All right, so guys, I love you. I will see you guys tomorrow. Toodaloo.